Republican Tom Cotton chairs the Senate Intelligence Committee.
It was entirely appropriate to strike the boat again to make sure that cargo was destroyed. It is in no way violation of the law of war.
He was on NBC's Meet the Press. The Supreme Court today takes up a challenge to President Trump firing Federal Trade Commissioner Rebecca Slaughter.
The Trump administration argues Article 2 of the Constitution gives him the power to remove executive branch officers. They want the court to reconsider the legality of the removal clause, arguing the power to control executive officers naturally includes the ability to remove them at will.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. The court ruled in 1935 that FTC commissioners can only be fired for cause. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're heading for a high of 43. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Jeff Marr following sports. That'll be at 6:08. It's 28 in Neosho, 28 in Pittsburgh, 29 in Galena, 29 in Joplin, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. And on your smart speaker, News Talk KZRG. Well, we've all seen those bathroom remodeling ads. Now, charges are being filed.
Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway announcing that her office has filed felony charges against James G. Bennett, operating as Bath Planet, for allegedly defrauding consumers by accepting payments for bathroom remodeling services he never even completed. Bennett faces 10 counts of deceptive business practices, 9 counts of financial exploitation of the elderly or disabled, and 1 count of stealing by deception. More inside the KZRG app. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Controversial strikes on drug cartel boats in the Caribbean. Arkansas U.S. Senator Tom Cotton says he doesn't think there's any controversy about it.
If those boats were loaded with bombs or missiles headed for the United States, I don't think anyone would dispute that we had every right and indeed a duty to intercept them. But those drugs detonate like a bomb all across Arkansas and all across America, killing hundreds of Arkansans and hundreds of thousands of Americans. Our government has a duty to protect our communities from those drugs.
A big change to what voters are going to be seeing on the ballot in Missouri next year. Matt Pilger has the story.
On Thursday, a Missouri appeals court in Kansas City has rewritten the ballot language for Amendment 3, a measure that would ban most abortions in the state. Judges ruled the previous wording didn't clearly tell voters the amendment would repeal protections approved in 2024 and add new restrictions. A no vote keeps the current constitutional protections in place. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, 29 at 604. News Talk KZRG.
A federal response to scams. Southeast Kansas Congressman Derek Schmidt joined a bipartisan group of lawmakers in introducing a bill to better coordinate the Fed's work to fight scams and protect consumers, particularly seniors. Each year, Americans lose billions of dollars to scams and fraud. And while all Americans can be targets, scammers often disproportionately target older Americans and who may be particularly aggressive during the holiday season.
Downstream Casino officially unveiling its 12-foot-tall gingerbread house on Friday night. A sizable crowd turned out to enjoy the fun along with hot chocolate and gingerbread cookies. Pamela Hammer, who's in charge of putting it together, told News Talk KZRG it's a labor of love.
It takes us about 2 months of planning, drawing out, and figuring out how much ingredients we need to order, how much flour, sugar, and everything goes into it before we even start putting it together. A total of 4 months with construction. It definitely is a labor of love, but we enjoy doing it every year.
She says the gingerbread house is going to be on display until the new year. Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk KZRG.
In NFL action, on Sunday Night Football, the Texans beat the Chiefs 20-10. Kansas City falls to 6-7 on the season. In NBA action, the Thunder beat the Jazz 131-101 to improve to a league-best 23-1. In D2 basketball over the weekend, the PSU men beat Roger State 86-64 on Saturday. The PSU women earned a 73-51 win over Roger State as well. The MSSU women beat UCO 75-57, while the UCO men defeated Southern 87-79. In prep football over the weekend, Seneca beat Lift for Life 33-26 in the Class 3 state title game to become the state champs. Carthage fell to Platte County 34-28 in the Class 5 state title game. In prep basketball, the Joplin boys opened the season with a 59-40 win over Pittsburgh over the weekend, and the New Heights Christian girls defeated McCauley 54-40 in the Gem City Classic. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. It's free of charge at your app store. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 6:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now KZRG meteorologist Jeff Maher.
Here's your KZRG forecast. A clearing trend will take place to begin the week on this Monday as the afternoon high hits 43. Tonight, clear and windy with a low down to 34. And some sunshine on Tuesday with gusty winds out of the southwest at a high reaching the mid-50s. I'm Jeff Maher in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is a service of Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection and find new furniture to brighten your home at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture store today.
Absolutely nothing showing up precipitation-wise on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. 28 in Neosho, 28 in Pittsburgh. It's 29 in Baxter Springs, 29 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time 6:08.
Great health care is hard to find. If you are sick, come see us. We will help. But at Access Family Care, we would rather help before you are sick. I have always heard an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Preventing illness makes sense. Let us help you prevent cancer, diabetes, HIV, and high blood pressure. Come see me in Lamar or visit any of our other clinics. Be better, live well. For more information, visit accessfamilycare.org.
Quality, compassionate healthcare. accessfamilycare.org.
This is a test. This station is conducting a weekly test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. This has been a weekly test of the emergency alert system. If this had been an actual emergency, the attention signal you just heard would have been followed by an official warning or alert information. This station serves the tri-state area. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation honors America's heroes. Heroes like Josh Bischoff. Josh began his firefighting career as a volunteer and ultimately became CAL FIRE's Assistant Chief of Tactical Air Operations until tragedy struck and he was killed in a helicopter collision while fighting a California wildfire. He leaves behind his wife Cheryl and their 2 children, Derek and Juliana. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation paid the Bischoff family's mortgage. Support heroes like Josh and their families. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at t2t.org.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping.
Commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own
Manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
We buy guns, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes, we are the best, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes.
This is Liberty Tree Guns, the best place to sell your firearms. Walk in with a gun, walk out with money.
We buy guns, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes, we are the best, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes.
Liberty Tree Guns, across from Lowe's in Carthage. Or visit libertytreeguns.com to start your quote today.
We buy guns, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes, we are the best, oh yes.
Radio infotainment live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. You're listening to News Talk KZRG. depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
6:11 is the KZRG news time. 29 in Joplin, 28 in Pittsburgh, 32 in the Welch portion of Oklahoma, and 28 in Neosho. It's Ted Bojorquez.
It's, let me see, I think I'm Steve Scott.
Yeah,
I'm back.
Look at that. Steve Scott back in the saddle, and he was welcomed with two things. Number one, when he walked in, I went, "Hi, Steve." And number two,
I went, "Hi, Ted."
It was very somber. And number two, he was welcomed immediately with technical issues. But Steve,
big deal.
Being the wicked, technologically advanced man he is, was able to solve the issues lickety-split. Steve, how's our weather today?
Well, it's going to be cold compared to what it has been in the past few days. The high today is going to be 43, partly sunny, gradually becoming sunny. And then tonight, mostly clear with the low down to 32. Sunny with the high of 55 on Tuesday, so it's warming up for tomorrow. Partly cloudy with 41 for the overnight low tomorrow night. And then on Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high of 51. I don't see any snow or rain or anything in the forecast down the line, at least through Sunday.
All right. So keep that in mind. That's the Weather Outlook. Zimmer Storm Center app, by the way, has all that information and more. Totally free to download in the App Store. All right, Steve, the big mystery. Today's the day we finally get it solved. What the heck have you been doing the last 7 days? Where have you been?
Let me see.
I've been worried sick about you, young man. It is past your curfew.
A week ago today, I celebrated my 36th wedding anniversary with Mrs. Steve.
Wow.
And
let's get the stats. 36 years together. How many fights and how many visits to the doghouse for Steve?
Well, I've lost track of the doghouse visits, but the fights, I've lost count on that as well.
Oh, and you've also lost all the fights, too.
No, not all of them.
Oh, I think Mrs. Steve would disagree.
99.9999% of them I've lost.
Oh, okay. And then the one that you didn't lose was a tie.
Yes.
You didn't win any of them.
That's correct.
Okay. What else did you get up to?
Let me see. I took the wife to a dentist visit.
Wow. How romantic.
Well, all she wanted for Christmas was her two front teeth.
Mm-hmm.
She's already got her Christmas present.
Her two front teeth?
Yes.
Nice. I think God provided those.
That's a singing joke. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth.
I know. I'm familiar.
And let me see what else. So I started a new medicine and got to get over the effects of that. So that way I'm ready and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to go for you.
Look at that. Just for you this beautiful Monday morning. Steve, truly the most interesting man in the world. Dentist visits and new medications. That's what he does on his free time. What are you up to your vacation? We want to know. All right, let's get into it. Christmas season. It is here. And by the way, from my last understanding, I did a recent Google search. The war on Christmas apparently is over. I think Christmas won. I haven't heard much war on Christmas talk this year. So in honor of that, Merry Christmas. Goodbye to the days of saying Happy Holidays.
Or Merry Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever.
Whatever. That's all out. Christmas is here. Merry Christmas, happy Christmas season. And with that, Christmas trees. The Christmas tree industry reportedly booming this time of year. Now, apparently there's a few tree options that are super popular. The two most popular ones are the Scotch pine and the white pine. And Steve's household bought the Scotch pine because it's close to Scott, but it's not.
It's also Scotch.
Yeah, precisely. It's close. Now, KZRG, we talked to a local Christmas tree grower, Scott Rod. There's the Scott there for you.
Oh, okay.
And he says that Scotch pine is the most popular so far this year, with white pine coming in second. He said, quote, Scotch is a nice, full, good-looking tree. Whoa, is he describing the tree or is he describing me? What can I say?
I don't know. Is he talking about how gorgeous it is or anything?
Maybe. The white pine is also a really good choice just because they're a nice tree and they look good, end quote. Now, remember in Joplin, by the way, after the Christmas season, you can actually recycle your natural Christmas trees by dropping them off at designated city locations. There's a couple of them. Humphrey Park has one. The Public Works Center is another place you can drop a tree off if you have an extra. And now, of course, if you drop the tree off after the Christmas season, please remove all the decorations, ornaments, tinsel, lights, things of that nature, because what they typically do is they'll end up actually chipping the trees for mulch, and then the city can use it to mulch our parks, things of that nature. And so you can also drop it off at a fish habitat. I guess they use some of that.
Oh,
too.
yeah, they do that. Drop it off and let the fish live in it and spawn in it and all that.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good time for the fish as well. So there's a lot of ways to make sure that your tree is being utilized after the Christmas season in a way that helps the community and the environment.
And if you have a cat, they can help take off the ornaments.
That is true.
They love attacking the ornaments.
That is very true. Now, I don't recommend this because of where we live in the 4 states. But when I was a kid, I grew up near the Pacific Ocean. And after Christmas, you may or may not know this, but pine trees, they go up in flame real nice.
Oh, they go up real quick, especially if they have not been watered well.
Real nice. And so what me and my friends, we would do is we'd go to the beach, and we would do a big bonfire with all of our friends' families' Christmas trees, and big fireball.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't really recommend that here, because the beach is a perfect place. It's sand everywhere. The fire gets too big, kick sand on it. There's an ocean right there. Throw water on it. But around here, it's probably not a safe call.
Around here, Dustin Luno would not like you very much, Ted.
It's true. Dustin Luno's with the Joplin Fire Department, by the way, if you didn't get that reference. And so, yeah, the FD probably would not appreciate that. So anyway, if you want to get more details on what's going on with that whole Christmas tree biz, go to newstalkkzrg.com. All right, here's another crazy local story we have for you. Rather zany, if I say so myself. The Kansas Department of Agriculture has partnered with the New Mexico Department of Agriculture to host a beef cattle genetics trade team from Old Mexico.
No. Mexico.
Oh, sorry, Mexico.
You have to pronounce it correctly, Ted.
That's right.
And here you are of Hispanic heritage, and you can't even pronounce Mexico.
How ignorant of me. Now, this was a multi-state inbound trade mission. Yeah, by the way, very Twilight Zone-esque. Oh, yeah, here I am, Kansas, hosting an international genetics trade show. That sounds weird.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, basically, this actually took place last month, but we're just now getting reports of some of the boon of their efforts and sort of its purpose. Now, the point was for New Mexico and Kansas producers to demonstrate the value of their breeding programs to, quote, serious buyers, end quote. None of this, maybe I'll buy, maybe I won't. I got to talk to the wife. Ooh, what's the undercoating? Is there rust proofing on this? None of that.
I don't think cattle have rust proofing.
Sure they do. It's called leather. Hey, have you ever seen a cow rust, Steve? I haven't. That must be some pretty good rust proofing.
I can't answer that correctly because I've seen some that are rust colored, so I don't know if that was just rust or that was the color of their fur.
By the way, fun fact, and this is genetically true, rust-colored cows produce chocolate milk. The white cows produce regular milk. Everyone knows
it's
that.
Brown cows that produce chocolate milk. The white cows do the vanilla milk.
That's right. That is very true. Now, very basically, Mexico came in, Mexico ranchers and buyers and stuff, they came in to check out Kansas and New Mexico stock to see what the dealio was. And apparently it went well.
Yellow cows, by the way, make butter.
Oh, is that purple cow's grape soda?
Yeah, that's true.
Really, the possibilities are endless. But anyway, we're going to get more, we'll have more details for you coming up later this morning here on the morning show regarding this international cow genetics convention. That's coming up later on. Good morning.
KZRG's Big 3 on News Talk, KZRG.
Number 3.
I don't have it. You haven't handed it to me yet.
You just, I thought I downloaded.
I've been gone a week and you've lost the way of how to do things.
I thought I downloaded the Big 3 into your Matrix brain, Steve. What?
Number 3.
A strange phenomenon in the Chernobyl exclusion zone gripped the internet by storm. Recently, several wild dogs with bright blue fur were spotted near the site of the 1986 nuclear disaster. Theories like nuclear mutation started circulating, but as it turns out, the likely culprit is the dogs rolled in a tipped-over porta potty That's funny. Dogs are going to be dogs.
Number 2.
New York Mayor-elect Mondani released a video outlining New Yorkers' rights during encounters with ICE. He also pledged that his administration will safeguard immigrant communities while protecting the city's constitutional right to protest.
Number 1.
Downstream Casino Resort revealing their 12-foot tall gingerbread house featuring more than 3,000 pounds of goodness and more than 7,000 individual pieces. The life-size edible home will be on display through December, and it's not for eating at the moment.
At the moment.
It's for display.
At the moment. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
If you could go back and change just one moment in time in your life, what would it be? We want to know. For Steve Scott, it's change the moment Ted was hired here.
How'd you know?
If you could go back in time and change just one moment in your life, what would it be? Steve, I know because you responded to our question of the day on our Facebook page. You can,
okay.
By the way, check out the question of the day on our Facebook page, News.KZRG on Facebook, or better yet, leave us an open mic message. Coming up, what's going on with your money on News.KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. A clearing trend will take place as we start off this Monday. For the afternoon, there will be some sunshine with a high of 43, and then clear and windy overnight with a low dipping to 34 and some wind chills down.
Good morning, everybody. Rickaroni. Jerry says Scotch pine limbs are sturdier for holding ornaments. Some people think white pines are a little prettier, but you have to have lightweight ornaments. My family raised history for years. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, Carrie, that's super fascinating. Thank you for sharing that. We'll spread the knowledge.
Plus, check out our weekly flyer for other great deals happening this week. Hey, Larry Reynolds here. One of the products your kids know about.
The big man up north. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Find the most wonderful gifts at Macy's Friends and Family Sale with incredible deals on our best brands like Donna Karan, Avec Les Filles, Calvin Klein, and more, all at 30% off. Plus, take 15% off beauty and fragrance from Lancôme, Clinique, and Yves Saint Laurent. Or Star Rewards members can earn $20 in Star Money for every $100 spent on eligible brands. Going on now, only at Macy's Friends and Family Sale. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
There's a giant room somewhere right now where circuits and high-powered computer processors with the world's most sophisticated chips are helping some little old woman decide where to book a hair appointment. They call it artificial intelligence, and we've heard and read a bunch of stories about it. But how does artificial intelligence work? How do you get found in 2026 and beyond? What does your website need to keep up with the times? In a world of artificial, wouldn't it be nice to have some real answers? We are Zimmer Marketing. With our local web team, you can sit down with real people who can give you real answers about what you need for a website that really works today and for the future. Do you want to make sure your site is found in the age of AI? Our local web team is ready to make sure you are found in 2026. Get started today at zimmermarketing.com. Zimmer Marketing. It just works.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Internet infrastructure company Cloudflare said it is investigating an outage that took place that brought down several global websites, including LinkedIn, Zoom, and others. It is the second such crash to affect the company in less than 3 weeks. Users on social media platform X also reported problems accessing the website. Elon Musk has called for the EU to be abolished after the bloc fined his social media company X $140 million. The EU said breaches include the deceptive design of its blue checkmark, the lack of transparency of its advertising repository, and the failure to provide access to public data for researchers. The Federal Reserve is expected to cut rates this week, setting the scene for other central banks' final policy meetings for 2025. The CME FedWatch tool predicts an 87% likelihood that the Fed will cut rates by a quarter percentage point on Wednesday. Futures are slightly higher. On Friday, the Dow Industrials gained 104, the Nasdaq up 72. That's your money now.
Hey, your friend Sean Hannity here. Every weekday starting at 2, I am live on FM 102.9 and AM 1310 News Talk KZRG. Tune in. Stay up to date.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 6:30, Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott back in the saddle.
Look at that.
Yeah, I heard you one day last week trying to do the weather. You just did not have the authoritativeness that I put into it myself. In other words, Ted, you suck.
You stink, boo.
I'm joking.
By the way, Steve, how dare you say you heard us one day last week? You should be tuned into KZRG 7 days a week.
Well, normally I am, but I was on vacation. I was busy.
Vacation from Ted, by the way, which means Steve needs to be within 300 yards of anything even remotely connected to Ted.
That's true. That's true.
How's our weather today? Let's hear this authoritative weather, Steve.
It's going to be mostly sunny with a high near 44, and they make that 43. Mostly clear tonight with a low down to 34. Sunny tomorrow. That's going to be that bright orange glow in the sky with a high of 55, so it's going to warm up. Mostly sunny on Wednesday, 52. 55 again with mostly sunny on Thursday. No mention of fog or anything in the forecast, or rain or snow or whatever.
Steve?
And we did not end up getting the 1 inch plus snow on December 1st when we had that bout of snow.
That is true. That is true.
Not yet, so we're still in the running.
Steve, I say this in all earnesty, that weather forecast oozed with authority.
Here, I'll pat myself on the back.
Go for it. Oh, look at that. What a spry young man. He was able to do it.
Wow, our indoor-outdoor cat just came in. He switched chairs.
That's true. Hey, by the way, earlier this morning, we were talking about Christmas trees being in full swing. We had noted that according to a local tree grower in the area, there are two types of Christmas trees that are the most popular, Scotch pine and white pine. And Carrie, on our Facebook Live, sponsored by Fast Monkey Auto and Liberty Tree Gun, had said that Scotch pine limbs are sturdier for holding ornaments. But some people think white pines are a little prettier. But if you get those, you'll have to have lightweight ornaments. So, hey, there you have it.
Currently have a balsam fir.
You have a balsam fir?
6-footer.
Oh,
fully
boy.
decked out. Smells. I love real Christmas trees. They smell so good.
I have an artificial one. It's real fun to put up and take down every year.
I'd have to get like Christmas tree scented air
just a bunch of air fresheners
into the house when I had a fake Christmas tree up.
Speaking of fake Christmas trees, have you seen the new one that you can supposedly put up and take down in like less than a minute?
Was it like an umbrella Christmas tree?
No, you put the pole up, then you take the top of the pole and you pull it all the way down, and it's already decked out.
Nice.
Oh, Steve has some
Lights
poles
and
he's
everything.
putting up in his
It's
house.
only $200.
Interesting.
And they even give you free shipping.
Oh, and handling. Look at that. Hey, coming up after the news in about 10 minutes here at around 6:40, we're going to be getting into this story regarding gingerbread houses. That's right. We're keeping the Christmas spirit alive this year.
Munch, munch.
Along with this effort called Thrive Joplin. We have that coming up for you this morning as well. And federal response to scams. All this and a whole lot more coming your way here at News Talk KZRG. At 7:10, we're going to be talking with Joplin Mayor Keenan Cortez, the city working to annex land to grow the industrial park to bring more businesses in. We're going to be talking to him about the efforts to actually bring those businesses in, aside from just getting the land for it. Along with road work happening in the Four States area, we're going to be talking to him about that.
Did
you say road work?
Connecticut getting
We're
their
going to be
first
talking
paved
about
job and then just ripping it right up for some pipe work.
Yeah. We were cruising around Joplin just last week. Connecticut, we had just redone in Joplin that whole
Freshly
road.
resurfaced.
Looks amazing. And then all of, 4 weeks later, not even 5 weeks later, they're already ripping parts of Connecticut
right
back
between
up.
26 and 28.
Why can't they plan that out ahead of time?
We're going to ask
Do
the
it
mayor
before.
that.
Yeah.
At 7:10 this morning. That's a great question, Steve. That's coming up at 7:10. At 7:40, we're We're going to be joined by Sarah Birch with Christmas of Hope to learn how you can spread the Christmas cheer. Good morning.
At 6:31, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. Can Trump fire commission members?
Affordability tour hitting the road.
Thailand, Cambodia, military flare-up. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG topping out at 43 for today's high. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Jeff Marr. Following sports, that'll be at 6:38. It's 28 in Neosho, 28 in Pittsburgh, 29 in Webb City, 29 in Joplin, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. Can the president fire a member of the Federal Trade Commission without cause? Well, the Supreme Court's going to be hearing arguments about that today.
President Trump nominated Lisa Slaughter to serve on the FTC back in 2018, and President Biden renewed her position for a 5-year term. But now President Trump wants her out. Slaughter points to a decades-old Supreme Court ruling that already found the removal clause means one must demonstrate inefficiency, neglect of duty, or malfeasance in office. But the Trump administration argues Article 2 of the Constitution gives him the power to remove executive branch officers. They want the court to reconsider the legality of the removal clause, arguing the power to control executive officers naturally includes the ability to remove them at will. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
President Trump kicks off an affordability tour this week.
Not far from his predecessor's hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania, President Trump will make the case his policies are bringing down cost and making life more affordable. The economic messaging comes amid polling that shows Americans are frustrated with the economy and Democratic gains in recent elections. President Trump has dismissed the idea that Democrats are the party of affordability, calling that a con job and pointing to the price of gas and groceries as evidence of his economic success. White House officials indicate tomorrow's stop in Pennsylvania is the first in what will be a nationwide tour during 2026. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Thousands are fleeing the Thailand-Cambodia border region after an escalation of violence.
Thailand has carried out airstrikes against Cambodian military positions near the two countries' disputed border. This after a Thai soldier died and 8 others were hurt during an exchange of gunfire. The Thai Ministry of Defence says more than 35,000 people have been relocated from border areas to temporary shelters. The two sides have accused each other of breaking the ceasefire agreement presided over by President Donald Trump in October. Years of simmering tensions broke down into open hostilities over the summer. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
29 at 6:34, News Talk, KZRG.
It's that time of year again. The hunt is on for the perfect Christmas tree.
Missouri Christmas tree farms are buzzing with activity of the browsing and chainsaw kinds. Scott Rood of Pea Ridge Forest near Herman, Missouri, says it's about welcoming generations of families to wander the grounds and pick the perfect tree, which can be very subjective. He says Scotch pines are the most popular, with white pine running a close second. He says it means a lot to a lot of people that they can get the whole family together and just go out into the country and spend an afternoon. You can check tree farms closer to you by doing a search like Choose and Cut Christmas Trees near you. 'Tis the season. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ethan Thomas.
The Missouri Attorney General's office warning that next year's FIFA World Cup could be the perfect environment for some con artists.
The Missouri Attorney General's office says given the interest of the event, the FIFA World Cup will likely attract ticket scammers. The AG's office says here's how to avoid being ripped off. Buy tickets from officialfifa.com or FIFA Resale Marketplace or a trusted, well-known platform. The AG's office says scammers will try to sell fake, altered, duplicated digital tickets below market value. Sue Danielson, MissouriNet.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, 29 at 635. News Talk, KZRG.
Where are those Epstein files? Some new photos of Epstein Island were recently made public, and Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson says they're still working on getting all the files released.
What I thought was disturbing was the room that was photoed that looked like a dental studio but had like these masks on the wall. That's pretty creepy. There's a lot of weird stuff about it, and it's going to take some time to kind of fully understand exactly what was going on.
Epstein's ex-girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, says it would jeopardize chances for her appeal if the files are released.
Another sequel wins big at the weekend box office.
Five Nights at Freddy's is powering up the box office once again. The sequel surpassing expectations with $63 million in ticket sales from theaters in the U.S. and Canada.
They're out there, Mike.
Where?
Everywhere.
It marked the biggest opening of the year for a PG-13 rated movie. The family-friendly Zootopia 2 falls to second place in its second weekend, picking up $43 million. Wicked for Good lands in third place in its third weekend with $16.8 million. Kathleen Maloney, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NFL action, on Sunday Night Football, the Texans beat the Chiefs 20-10. Kansas City falls to 6-7 on the season. In NBA action, the Thunder beat the Jazz 131-101 to improve to a league best 23-1. In D2 basketball over the weekend, the PSU men beat Rogers State 86-64 on Saturday. The PSU women earned a 73-51 win over Rogers State as well. The MSSU women beat UCO 75-57, while the UCO men defeated Southern 87-79. In prep football over the weekend, Seneca beat Lift for Life 33-26 in the Class 3 state title game to become the state champs. Carthage fell to Platte County 34-28 in the Class 5 state title game. In prep basketball, the Joplin boys opened the season with a 59-40 win over Pittsburgh over the weekend, and the New Heights Christian girls defeated McCauley 54-40 in the Gem City Classic. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. It's free of charge at your app store. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. There, that sound authoritative enough.
Oozed with authority.
Now, KZRG meteorologist Jeff Marr.
Here is your KZRG forecast. A clearing trend will take place as we start off this Monday. For the afternoon, there will be some sunshine with a high of 43, and then clear and windy overnight with a low dipping to 34 and some wind chills down to the 20s at times. A warming trend continues for Tuesday with sunshine, winds out of the southwest at a high of 55. On Wednesday, plenty of sun with a high in the low 50s, into the mid-50s under sunny sky Thursday, but then temperatures will get colder behind the front as we make our way from Friday into the upcoming weekend. I'm Jeff Marr in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. 28 in Neosho, 28 in Pittsburgh, 29 in Carthage, 29 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time 6:39.
Gingrich Structures builds agricultural, commercial, and residential post-frame buildings to meet your needs. Built with superior craftsmanship and attention to every detail. Right now, end-of-year holiday specials are available. Connect with your local Gingrich Pro to plan your custom post-frame project and create a design with a special price built for you. Your Gingrich Pro will guide you every step of the way. Visit GingrichStructures.com. Punch in your zip code and connect with your local Gingrich Pro. That's GingrichStructures.com.
Fall is the perfect season for a fresh start. The leaves are changing and routines are settling in. So why keep putting off that cleaning or cosmetic treatment? At Modern Dentistry and Cosmetics in Joplin, Dr. Hamby and his team use the latest technology from Invisalign to implant-supported dentures to deliver confident, natural-looking results. Step into the season with a brighter, more...
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
The Hot Shots movies were like that movie you went and watched that you didn't like. You probably wouldn't care for. The Naked Gun. It was that style.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was the same. Actually,
like
the same
intentionally
people produced
stupid.
it.
Like yeah. There was they have another one of those called and this is the title. This is a quote title. There's a movie coming out called Fackham Hall. Is that the Downton Abbey? The Downton Abbey. It's like the movie Airplane or Naked Gun, but it's about Downton Abbey.
Okay.
And instead of It's Downton like Abbey, stuffy it's, European. Yeah, it's like the stuffy. Oh yes, but it's like Naked Gun. And I want to see that one because the trailer was them doing the whole they had their little shotguns and they're doing quail hunting. And he goes up and shoots a quail and the bird falls right on him. And then this girl goes, oh, and then shoots up and a deer falls on her. Like there was like a deer flying and she shot it and fell right on her. Like that
must have been one of Santa's reindeer.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's actually pretty funny. So that movie, I actually do want to see, but I don't typically enjoy that style of comedy.
Well,
They don't usually make those comedies anymore.
Me and Wobbeldorf were talking about it because he's been for years saying, what happened to the stupid comedies that make you dumber? I miss those. And I think there's been enough like film think pieces and Oscar baity movies that have come out that now the culture's starting to do counterculture.
I want more
And do
war
dumb
movies.
comedy movies.
I'm ready for more war movies. Give me a Civil War movie.
Dude, honestly,
give me a
I'm
French
right
and
there.
Indian War movie.
I want to watch that A24 combat movie.
Yeah.
I have it on my wish list now.
I want a prequel to The Patriot, the French and Indian War. Give me a young Mel Gibson. Just
Dude,
ripping
that would be
through.
a wild movie.
Be awesome.
Throughout the year that you can put in a decorative pot and gift. You know, that special gardener in your life who just can't wait for spring to arrive, get them a gift certificate from Van Beesler Greenhouse, and then they'll be happy and you'll be happy.
Find gifts for the gardener in your life at Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store, just east of Pittsburgh on Highway 126.
Clay Travis here. And Buck Sexton. Make your day better and come hang with us from 11 to 2 p.m. right here on News Talk KZRG.
We talk news, politics, sports, and also some fun culture stuff, too.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
6:42. Beautiful day in the 4 states for those that are nocturnal and or bats using echolocation.
Used to be me.
29 in Joplin, 28 in Pittsburgh, 32 in Miami. Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott.
Lucas Davis.
That's right. Steve Scott back in the saddle. Look at him.
The triumphant return.
That's true. We should have done walk-up music for you, Steve.
Oh, yeah, you should have.
What would your walk-up song have been?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Well, that was Welcome Back, Cotter. That'd be a good one. Or maybe Eye of the Tiger. That'd be good.
Oh, yeah. And while Steve is bumping iron.
Or Jitterbug.
Jitterbug. I can see that.
Dude, the
That'd be a good one,
Jitterbug.
too.
By the way, later today, it's going to be mostly sunny. We're expecting a high of 43. Right now, it's mostly dark until the sun comes up. Mostly clear tonight, down to 34 for the lows. Sunny up to the double nickel tomorrow, 55. Mostly sunny, 52 on Wednesday. Mostly sunny, and that'll be on Thursday with the high once again, 55.
Yeah, by the way, we just got a call in not too long ago. If you ever see anything out in the 4 states, please give us a call, 417-782-1310, or text us at that number to report any news. Or if you have the KZRG app, you can actually send in reports through the app. Take a picture, upload it, we'll get it. Bing, bing, bop. All right, here it is. We got a call not too long ago. Main Street in Joplin, north of Zora, near a Stone's Corner. Apparently some cop cars, fire trucks down there. So just keep that in mind as you're cruising around. Might want to avoid the area temporarily. News.KZRG will have updates for you as they become available.
Whatever you do, don't drive by and gawk.
Yeah, don't gawk. Everyone does. It is human nature. It is not helpful. All right, here's some news for you this morning. Kansas Congressman Derek Schmidt, who represents a large swath of Kansas, including southeast Kansas. He is joining in leading a bipartisan group of senators and representatives to introduce legislation requiring the federal government to better coordinate its work to fight scams and protect consumers. Of course, among the most vulnerable community for scams is our senior population. Steve gets scammed twice a week.
No, I was getting spam calls, which are probably scam calls, about 40 of them a day for the last 3 weeks. But suddenly it's miraculous. The 7th of December happened yesterday, which means it was the end of the insurance cutoff for getting your Medicare.
Right.
So far today, I've not received a single phone call.
Well, interesting. Now, this seems like a good effort. We hear about these scams all the time, but we don't hear a lot about, actually arresting the perpetrators. I mean, when's the last time you heard a story about a giant scam ring coming to light?
Well, I've heard them saying they're filing charges against somebody over in Nigeria, but I've never heard if they ever got them arrested.
Right, exactly. So good for them for actually trying to combat this. Now, this bill, this bipartisan legislation is called the National Strategy for Combating Scams Act. And if it is passed and becomes law, it would require coordination among numerous federal agencies that have jurisdiction over different aspects of fraud and scams. It would also require federal agencies to improve anti-scam coordination with state and local authorities, and it would establish a federal working group led by the FBI to coordinate the efforts of more than a dozen federal agencies in combating scams. This is all fancy Washington speak for investigators need to actually do their jobs better than they are to combat scams. Just look at that. Now, each year, Americans lose billions with a B of dollars to scams and frauds. And again, two times of year, or two groups are the most vulnerable: seniors and Christmas shoppers. And we're right now in Christmas time. Look, the price of things is still going up. Health insurance going up. Gas came down. That's nice.
Yeah.
Grocery bills going up. Electricity bills going up. Pretty much everything is going up. And so as you're shopping for Christmas gifts this year, you're probably trying to find a good deal, cheap alternatives. And unfortunately, that could bring you into some testy waters. And you could very easily fall prey. It could happen to you.
That especially if you're going to like a store or a website that you're not very familiar with.
Right,
you
totally.
get taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Or if you're just browsing Facebook and click on a random store. Like Facebook, just in their general feed, you can get scammed on BS websites. Just that you think are legit. Like you've seen, like, say, Hey Dudes. Just some scam website selling, hey, we got Hey Dudes for 75% off. You click on the website, give them the, like, and all of a sudden you're just out however much money you sent these people. Like, it's a real thing. I read a story about it on Facebook. Like, they're not.
Wow.
Yeah, so you have to make sure it's the official licensor when you're buying something on Facebook.
Right. And this is the time of year for stuff like that, especially because it's Christmas. People are trying to find deals. People are trying to get gifts.
And they're in a hurry to get it done.
Right, exactly. Last minute shopping, absolutely a big deal. So please be very careful with these scams. It's a very serious issue.
I think the way they get away with it on Facebook, I was reading, is that you send them the money for whatever deal you think you're getting, and they don't, like, steal your info or anything like that. They just take that money and don't send you the product. So that's the scam. So all these people will send in what they think, like, say, so you're getting like a pair of shoes for 75%
that's the scam.
off.
They're taking money from you.
Well, yeah, but that's how they get away with it on Facebook. Instead of being one of those scams where they steal your information and then empty your bank account, they just keep that money that you sent them, and they never send you the product that you paid for.
Gotcha.
So that's the scam on Facebook.
Interesting.
Yeah,
look, if you see a Facebook deal for a product that's 75% off right now in December, as Robert Haverchef, the greatest shark in the hit television show Shark Tank, once said, if it looks too good to be true, if it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
And the other thing, if you click on the link like he was just talking about where they take your money and don't give you the product, once you do that on Facebook, then you're going to get billions of ads like that all over Facebook from the same type of people.
Billions and
billions and billions.
So please keep that in mind. All the details on this new effort that Kansas Congressman Derek Schmidt is signing on to can be found at newstalkkzrg.com. Hey, by the way, we had this one in the last newscast. We'll have it in the big three here. But Downstream Casino Resort, they revealed their new life-sized gingerbread house. Look at that. Talk about hard-hitting news. Everyone is clamoring desperately to get in to Downstream Casino Resort to see this giant gingerbread house.
I almost lost my job because I couldn't go cover that event.
It's true.
Why, were you hungry?
No, Ted was furious at me.
I was so angry that Lucas couldn't go to the
He was so mad. I was like, bro, I can't go.
And then I just ripped my hair out immediately.
Have you ever seen, get a haircut, I see.
Have you ever seen the movie 2012 where the world was ending? You know the scene where they have
Wait. 2012, the world was ending. Wait, it's 2025. We're still here.
That's what you think, Steve.
That's the John Cusack movie, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Go ahead.
But anyway, that scene where they have the giant boats, there's a giant Armageddon coming, and humans,
boats?
These arcs are built, and people are desperately clamoring to get on the boat. That's sort of what Downstream Casino Resort is like right now, desperately clamoring to get in to see this giant gingerbread house.
Ted's standing there, and I was literally running late for the arc, and he kicked me in the face as I was trying to pull myself up.
Just like in the movie.
Just like in the movie. Just
We
kicked me in the
recreated
face like Lion King. Don't turn your back on me, Scar.
So you can check out all the details. We'll have them for you coming up later on News Talk KZRG. It's a big gingerbread house. It's exactly what it sounds like.
It's actually pretty awesome, too.
KZRG News Time, 6:50.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
A strange phenomenon in the Chernobyl exclusion zone gripped the internet by storm. Recently, several wild dogs with bright blue fur were spotted near the site of the 1986 nuclear disaster. Now, theories like nuclear mutation started circulating, but as it turns out, the likely culprit is the dogs rolled around in a tipped-over porta potty. Dogs will be dogs.
I like genetic mutation storyline better.
I do too.
Number 2.
New York Mayor-elect Mondami released a video outlining New Yorkers' rights during encounters with ICE. He also pledged that his administration will safeguard immigrant communities while protecting the city's constitutional right to protest.
Number 1.
Downstream Casino Resort revealed their 12-foot-tall gingerbread house featuring more than 3,000 pounds of goodness and more than 7,000 individual pieces. The life-size edible home will be on display through December if they don't eat it.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
If they don't eat it, says Steve. And that's a big if.
Especially if Lucas goes out there.
It's true. If you could go back and change just one moment in time in your life, what would it be?
I remember you posing this one to you a while back.
That's right. We're busting out the Lucas Davis era of questions of the day.
Now, the key here is you have to think of all the ramifications. So if you go back to one moment, if it's before you met your wife, before you had your kids, all that could change with that one moment that you changed. So if you don't like your family, your wife, or your kids, then yeah, go back far enough.
Lucas said, I would change that immediately.
I would go back to preschool.
If you could go back and change just one moment in time in your life, what would it be? Coming up, what is going on with Hannity's Morning Minute on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. A clearing trend will take place as we start off this Monday. For the afternoon, there will be some sunshine with a high of 43, and then clear and windy overnight with a low dipping to 34 and some wind chills down to the 20s at times. A warming trend continues for Tuesday with sunshine, winds out of the southwest at a high of 55. On Wednesday, plenty of sun with a high in the low 50s, into the mid-50s under sunny sky Thursday, but then temperatures will get colder behind the front as we make our way from Friday into the upcoming weekend. I'm Jeff Marr in the KZRG store.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Here's a question of the day. How much do LED lights on cars suck?
Oh, I'm actually going to write that down. It's a great question of the day.
They're fantastic unless you're driving towards them.
Yeah, unless you're looking directly at them.
You know what? Next time I see a car with LED lights coming at me, I'm just going to swerve in the lane and just hit it head on.
Sorry,
I can't see. Sorry, I can't see. I'm going to do that every time now.
It's always a jacked up truck, too. Every time. Jacked up right into your eyesight.
You know what really grinds my gears? When someone has a jacked up truck and then slows down to go over the railroad crossings. And you go, brother.
So, dude, you ain't bottoming out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. What's the point of getting your car all four-wheel and off-road ready if you're scared to go over a railroad crossing? I've seen so many people in Joplin do that, and I go, what are you doing?
I take more difficult routes in my Toyota Corolla.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous.
It was awesome. We were going to Neosho the other day for that parade, and we were pulling into like the parks like back there behind the square. It's like where their baseball fields and everything are at. And like Brett was sitting there waiting on somebody or whatever. I was like, Brett, we have 4-wheel drive. I go off road. And so I just literally went around Brett, went off road, and then pulled out and sat there while he sat there and waited in the other vehicle.
That's so funny.
Dude, we got SUVs. Let's use them.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with...
Dude, Brett was driving like an old man on the highway, going 60 in a 70. Like, we left before Dalton and Joel, and they were waiting on us when we got there.
That's crazy.
It's insane. I couldn't believe it.
In completing this important mission, please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
It's the sparkle of holiday lights and the feeling of joy and peace that only comes with a very Oasis holiday at Oasis Salon and Day Spa. Give yourself or someone you love the gift of relaxation with a holiday spa package. Hop aboard the Polar Express relaxation journey with a 30-minute massage, candy cane salt glow, and hot cocoa pedicure. Or try the holiday glow up, a signature facial, fresh blowout in style, gel nails, and complimentary champagne. If you need a little more indulgence, the Elf Care Package and Home Alone at the Spa experience bring hours of bliss with facials, massages, and head-to-toe pampering. Or go all out with a miracle on 29th Street. Relax your mind, renew your body, refresh your spirit this holiday season at Oasis Salon and Day Spa. Call and book your very Oasis Holiday Spa package today at 417-206-9999. Stop by 29th in Arizona and Joplin or go online to oasissalonanddayspa.com.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
What is it that you want from government? There are people in this country that they find it appealing. You saw this in New York City. You've seen this in other West Coast liberal states as well. That those politicians that promise womb to the tomb, cradle to the grave, utopia and socialism, and the popularity among some of the radical Green New Deal, that's womb to the tomb, cradle to grave, having very little, if nothing, to do with the environment, that can be appealing to people that think and want to believe that their government is going to provide for their every need.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
You know, and all the time I have been telling you about Pure Talk, my wireless company. I can honestly say I've never seen an offer like this before. Listen to this: unlimited talk, unlimited text, unlimited data with a 30 gig hotspot for just $29.95 a month for life. Friends, this is Pure Talk's top tier plan. Normally $65 a month. Now through December 14th, just $29.95 a month. And you're saving over 50% every single month for life. Now, remember, you get the same cell towers, same 5G network. Pound 250, keyword, save now, do it now. The best offer you will ever get on cell service. Pound 250, keyword, save now from Pure Talk, my wireless company, a veteran-owned company, America's wireless company.
Taxes and fees not included. Some restrictions apply. See puretalk.com for details. Offer ends 12/14/25.
The world moves fast, so tune in to me, Mark Levin, every weekday starting at 5 on News Talk KZRG for the latest news, politics, and commentary. You won't want to miss it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Going to be mostly sunny when the sun comes up with a high today of 43. Tonight, mostly clear down to 34. Sunny, 55 tomorrow. Mostly sunny on Wednesday, 52 for the high. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high of 55.
Zimmer Storm Center app can and will be keeping you up to date on all things weather, as it always does. Free to download in the App Store. Coming up after the news, Joplin Mayor Keenan Cortez, he's going to be here. We're going to be talking about the industrial growth of the city, along with road work in Joplin. We're also going to be joined by Christmas of Hope's Sarah Birch. That's coming up at 7:40 on News Talk KZRG.
The four states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 7 o'clock.
It could be a problem. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. That's what President Trump says about a deal for Netflix to buy Warner Brothers Discovery, giving it two of the biggest streaming services, Netflix and HBO Max. The president says he'll be involved in the approval process.
Netflix is a great company. They've done a phenomenal job. Ted is a fantastic man. I have a lot of respect for him, but it's a lot of market share. So we'll have to see what happens.
Ted Sarandos is the co-CEO of Netflix. The purchase would include the Warner Brothers movie and TV studios, but not its cable networks like CNN. The president was asked about the deal before last night's Kennedy Center honors in D.C. He's at the White House today and gives a speech about the economy tomorrow.
Not far from his predecessor's hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania, President Trump will make the case his policies are bringing down cost and making life more affordable. The economic messaging comes amid polling that shows Americans are frustrated with the economy and Democratic gains in recent elections. President Trump has dismissed the idea that Democrats are the party of affordability, calling that a con job, and pointing to the price of gas and groceries as evidence of his economic success. White House officials indicate tomorrow's stop in Pennsylvania is the first in what will be a nationwide tour during 2026. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
New York City's mayor-elect posts a video advising immigrant New Yorkers how to not comply with federal immigration agents.
Sora Mamdani releasing the video to social media.
These are the things that every New Yorker should know. First, ICE cannot enter into private spaces like your home, school, or a private area of your workplace without a judicial warrant signed by a judge.
He also warned immigrants not to impede an ICE investigation, resist arrest, or run. In New York, Sue Guzman, Fox News.
Ukraine's President Zelensky is meeting today in London with British, French, German, and European Union and NATO leaders. President Trump says Zelensky hasn't even read a U.S. proposal for peace with Russia. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're topping out at 43. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Jeff Marr. Following sports, that'll be at 7:08. Sun is beginning to rise. It's now 28 in Neosho. It's 28 in Pittsburgh, 29 in Carl Junction, 29 in Joplin. On your smart speaker and FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG. We've all seen those bathroom remodeling ads. Now, charges are being filed.
Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway announcing that her office has filed felony charges against James G. Bennett, operating as Bath Planet, for allegedly defrauding consumers by accepting payments for bathroom remodeling services he never even completed. Bennett faces 10 counts of deceptive business practices, 9 counts of financial exploitation of the elderly or disabled, and 1 count of stealing by deception. More inside the KZRG app. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Controversial strikes on drug cartel boats in the Caribbean. Arkansas U.S. Senator Tom Cotton says there isn't any controversy about it.
If those boats were loaded with bombs or missiles headed for the United States, I don't think anyone would dispute that we had every right and indeed a duty to intercept them. But those drugs detonate like a bomb all across Arkansas and all across America, killing hundreds of Arkansans and hundreds of thousands of Americans. Our government has a duty to protect our communities from those drugs.
Cotton says President Trump has the constitutional authority to approve of these strikes to keep us safe.
A big change to what voters are going to see on the ballot in Missouri next year.
On Thursday, a Missouri appeals court in Kansas City has rewritten the ballot language for Amendment 3, a measure that would ban most abortions in the state. Judges ruled the previous wording didn't clearly tell voters the amendment would repeal protections approved in 2024 and add new restrictions. A no vote keeps the current constitutional protections in place. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, 29-704. News Talk KZRG.
A federal response to scams. Southeast Kansas Congressman Derek Schmidt joined a bipartisan group of lawmakers in introducing a bill to better coordinate the Fed's work to fight scams and protect consumers, particularly seniors. Each year, Americans lose billions of dollars to scams and fraud. While all Americans can be targets, scammers often disproportionately target seniors and may be particularly aggressive during the holiday season.
Downstream Casino officially unveiling its 12-foot-tall gingerbread house on Friday night. A sizable crowd turned out to enjoy the fun along with hot chocolate and gingerbread cookies. Pamela Hammer, who is in charge of putting it together, told News Talk KZRG it's a labor of love.
It takes us about 2 months of planning, drawing out, and figuring out how much ingredients we need to order, how much flour, sugar, and everything goes into it before we even start putting it together. A total of 4 months with construction. It definitely is a labor of love, but we enjoy doing it every year.
Now she says the gingerbread house will be on display until the new year. Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NFL action, on Sunday Night Football, the Texans beat the Chiefs 20-10. Kansas City falls to 6-7 on the season. In NBA action, the Thunder beat the Jazz 131-101 to improve to a league-best 23-1. In D2 basketball over the weekend, the PSU men beat Rogers State 86-64 on Saturday. The PSU women earned a 73-51 win over Rogers State as well. The MSSU women beat UCO 75-57, while the UCO men defeated Southern 87-79. In prep football over the weekend, Seneca beat Lift for Life 33-26 in the Class 3 state title game to become the state champs. Carthage fell to Platte County 34-28 in the Class 5 state title game. In prep basketball, the Joplin boys opened the season with a 59-40 win over Pittsburgh over the weekend, and the New Heights Christian girls defeated McCauley 54-40 in the Gem City Classic. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. It's absolutely free. It's available at your app store. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news, 7:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Jeff Marr.
Here's your KZRG forecast. A clearing trend will take place to begin the week on this Monday as the afternoon high hits 43. Tonight, clear and windy with a low down to 34. And some sunshine on Tuesday with gusty winds out of the southwest at a high reaching the mid-50s. I'm Jeff Marr in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is a service of Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection and find new furniture to brighten your home at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture store today.
No precipitation showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 28 in Neosho, 28 in Pittsburgh, 29 in Webb City, 29 in Joplin. 100 weather updates every 24 hours on News Talk KZRG. KZRG News Time, 7:08.
This is Justin with JL Mobile Truck and Trailer Repair. I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we thank you for choosing us for all your truck and trailer repairs. As we take great pride in providing quality work to all of our customers, we're here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us at 417-438-9461 or visit jlmobilerepair.com. Once again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from all of us at JL Mobile Truck and Trailer Repair.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation honors America's heroes. Heroes like Josh Bischoff. Josh began his firefighting career as a volunteer and ultimately became CAL FIRE's Assistant Chief of Tactical Air Operations until tragedy struck and he was killed in a helicopter collision while fighting a California wildfire. He leaves behind his wife Cheryl and their 2 children, Derek and Juliana. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation paid the Bischoff family's mortgage. Support heroes like Josh and their families. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at t2t.org.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Honey, I just flushed the toilet and the shower drain is backing up.
On it.
Hello, a representative from Timbuktu will be with you in 34 minutes.
When you got a clog that can't be beat, when your shower water is above your feet, when you flush that bowl and it makes you frown,
Spring River makes that drain go down.
Hi, this is Nathan with Spring River Drain and Sewer. Skip the big corporate out-of-town companies and call us for first-rate hometown service. At Spring River, your drain problem is our top priority, and our licensed drain experts are prepared to tackle the toughest clogs in the quickest way possible. We charge flat-rate pricing, so you know the price before we even show up. Get started on fixing your sewer, drains, or septic issues today. Schedule an appointment at springriverdrain.com. And remember,
Spring River makes that drain go down.
The latest is always heard on News Talk KZRG. Broadcasting from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio, this is News Talk KZRG. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather. It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
7:10 is the KZRG News Time. Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott.
29 in Joplin, 28 in Pittsburgh, 32 in Miami, 28 in Neosho. Joining us live this morning is Joplin Mayor Keating Cortez.
All right.
Mayor, welcome back.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm clapping over here, too. It's just a golf clap.
Oh, the little.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
It's a golf clap.
Mayor has respect
How
for
about
the
this?
studio. Steve's
and
doing
Steve, he burned it. He tried to burn it down last week, and I told him he couldn't because you were coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're welcome.
Well, thank you. I was not aware of that. I wasn't listening to Ted on Monday morning.
Well,
Steve needed a full unplug from Ted,
okay.
so he was out.
That's probably a smart thing, Steve.
Oh, okay.
It's
All
for
right.
it's for mental health more than anything.
Okay. All right.
Well, Joplin Mayor Keating Cortez, I know the news, the city council looking at is going to be annexing land in the industrial park to help get some more space in to bring some new businesses in and whatnot.
Yep.
Do we already have businesses lined up to take in that space, or now that that space is going to be annexed, or is there going to be a campaign between the city and the chamber to try and get businesses in?
The Chamber of Commerce, the local Chamber of Commerce, does a fantastic job of attracting businesses to our community. However, we turn down a lot of business sometimes because we just don't have the space. We don't have enough acres. We don't have a big enough building, stuff like that. So we had to find more land that we could develop into an industrial park. And I believe once we get it up and going, once we get all the infrastructure in, curb and gutter, it'll fill in no time because we've got people all the time wanting to be in our community. We're very convenient. We are north and south on I-49. We are east and west on I-44. So we're conveniently located right in the middle of America, and people want to be here, especially if they have some kind of distribution company. So I have no doubt that once we get this property annexed, we get the infrastructure put in, and we start developing it for our next industrial complex, we're going to have no problem filling it up.
Right. So right now there is no specific wait list or something, right?
I wouldn't necessarily call it a wait list, but there are some people that are paying attention to the development of this land, I believe, that are waiting to pull the trigger once we get it ready to go.
Right. Okay. And let's say I'm a big trucking company, or I make bricks or something.
Mm-hmm.
I want to move into Joplin. I have to get permission from the city, right, to open my doors, or how does that work?
No, and I don't know all those details. I'm not an economic development guru, so I don't know exactly how a brick making company sets up shop in Joplin, Missouri, and does business. But I do know that we'll try to make it as easy for them as possible, make it give them the ability to do business and thrive in our community.
Nice. It's Joplin Mayor Keating Cortez here on News Talk KZRG. And with this new annex land to help expand the industrial park, is this land something that we need to put money into? The city needs to put money into? Is it already ready to go? Is it a giant wild forest that we got to clear cut and fix up? What is it?
Well, Steve told me that he was going to get his axe and chainsaw together and come over there and help us clear it.
Yeah, I need some exercise.
It is raw land. It is kind of a forest and kind of a little bit of maybe a little crop fan, maybe a little wetland in there as well. It is undeveloped at this time. It is definitely going to need everything. Curb, gutter, sewer, electric, all that kind of stuff. And it's in the plans and in the works to be developed over some time. And we hope that in the not too distant future that land is up and ready to go. It's right across I-44 from the other industrial park. So we're hoping to make that a really seamless area for trucking companies, distribution companies, even manufacturers to set up shop there and be able to do business right out of our city limits.
Nice. Now, for the efforts to develop this land for the extension of the industrial park in Joplin, is there already money set aside from that? Is this something there's going to be a new special tax implemented for a short period of time?
Well, I don't believe we have any special tax on the plans to roll out to the citizens. We're going to get it paid for a little bit at a time. When you're doing things like this, you can't just bite it all off in one chunk. You gotta build up some money. You got to pay for a few things, and you got to build up some more money, pay for a few things. But it is something that we definitely need in our community. Ultimately, it's going to attract new and different and better jobs to our community. And I'm looking forward to seeing it come to fruition and come to completion in the near future.
Yeah. KZRG News Time, 7:15. Do we have a rough timeline for this?
I don't believe there's a timeline on it currently. No, but we're working on it every day, trying to get us where we need to be.
Nice. Jump, Mayor Keenan Cortez here on News Talk KZRG. Mayor, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is something we got a lot of calls about recently. I already know you know what it is. We got a lot of texts, and that is Connecticut Avenue in Joplin. We just ripped up the old road, put in new road. It's beautiful. It was smooth. It was excellent. All of a month ago, the project was completed, a little more than a month, and already they ripped up a portion to do some road work underneath it. What's going on with that?
It sucks. That's what's going on with that. That having happened is not ideal. Definitely not what we wanted, not what we had planned. I agree with you. It was beautiful. It was finished. It was smooth. I think the people that live along that corridor or travel it very frequently are very pleased with it. And then we've got this disruption. And, sometimes you can predict things happen and sometimes you just can't. And there's nothing good about this. It's definitely not what your city council, your city administration, even your public work department had wanted to have happen.
And so what was it? It was a busted pipe? Is that what it was?
It was. And it just sucks. What we're hoping and what I hope to see, and I'm sure all the citizens that live and travel that corridor want, is that once that work's done, it'll be put back and it'll look as good as or even better than it was before.
Right.
But right now what's happening is just want to scream, yeah?
Yeah. So that pipe, is that a public works responsibility?
Again, I'm not a guru in that area, and I don't manage the day-to-day of the city activities. That's why we have a city manager. Mm-hmm. So I'm not exactly sure of all the specific details on it. I do know it's inconvenient. I do know it looks bad and all that kind of stuff. We've just got to get through it. Sometimes you just got to get through stuff, walk through stuff, and hopefully we're better on the other side.
Yeah. Now, and the city will be flipping the bill for this this busted pipe and refixing the road? ?
Again, I don't know all the specific details because I don't manage that day to day. I can find out. I can ask. They'll be happy to tell me. But hopefully, if we are paying for it, it's not costing a whole lot of money.
Yeah. It's John Mayor Keenan Cortez here on News Talk KZRG. Off week this week, right, from City Council?
Yeah, we're actually, even the city council gets a Christmas party, Christmas dinner. So we're doing that tonight rather than a work session. We'll be back at a regular city council meeting a week from tonight. But tonight we're going to gather with our family, with our plus ones. We're going to have a great meal. There'll be a few gifts exchanged. It's going to be a good time.
Nice. Is Mrs. Mayor bringing cookies?
Mrs. Mayor is not bringing cookies, but she is going to come and eat and see everybody and do the whole Christmas party thing.
All right, look at that. Jalpa Mayor Keenan Cortez here on News Talk KZRG. Thanks for joining us this morning.
I am so glad that Steve is back. I missed you.
Well,
it's really good.
Thank you. I was taking time to look at that proclamation you gave me out of Missouri Southern here 3 weeks ago.
It took you all that time to read it?
I had to read it several times, over and over and over.
He was in disbelief. He couldn't imagine it. He had to reread it several times.
All right.
I was surprised it didn't have the word Ted in it somewhere.
Okay. I'll sneak it in there.
Well, since I'm diabetic, I'm not going to go over to Downstream and see the large gingerbread house.
There is already a Steve Scott-sized bite out of it. Steve snuck over there over
I would
the weekend.
imagine that would probably happen pretty quickly.
Yeah, pretty much instantly.
And boy, did that Ozempic help.
Well, thanks a lot, Mayor. We'll talk to you again soon. KZRG News Time, 7:20. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. A clearing trend will take place as we start off this Monday. For the afternoon, there will be some sunshine with a high of 43, and then clear and windy overnight with a low dipping to 34 and some wind chills down to the 20s at times. A warming trend continues for Tuesday with sunshine, winds out of the southwest at a high of 55. On Wednesday, plenty of sun with a high in the low 50s, into the mid-50s under sunny sky Thursday, but then temperatures will get colder behind a front as we make our way from Friday into the upcoming weekend. I'm Jeff Marr in the KZRG Storm Center.
Training can take a long time, especially when there's a lot to learn. Like, leave the toilet seat up in case I get thirsty, or leave the trash set unlocked if I want a snack. We're still working on those two. But the easiest trick I ever taught my human is taking me to All Dogs Dream whenever I need a spa day or some time with friends.
Whether you're looking for the best 4-paw hotel in Southwest Missouri or your furry friend could use some training, All Dogs Dream has everything to ensure your pet has a healthy, happy boarding, daycare, and training experience. Traveling? Board your pet with All Dogs Dream. There's plenty of room to run and play inside and out. Maybe your pet just needs some exercise while you're at work. During daycare, your dog will enjoy the company of other furry friends in a safe and fun environment. They can even get groomed or receive training during their stay. All Dogs Dream, just north of Neosho on Gateway Drive. Find more info and book your dog's reservation online at alldogsdream.com. Let your dog stay, play, and learn with us at All Dogs Dream.
Hi friends, Jason and Josh here from Bridgewater Roofing.
As we wrap up another incredible year, we want to take a moment to thank all of our loyal customers and amazing community for trusting us for over 26 years.
It's been our honor to help keep your home safe, dry, and beautiful season after season.
From all of us at Bridgewater Roofing, we wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year.
Reputation, quality, and value too. Bridgewater Roofing takes care of you.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say micro, offer ends 12/14. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
Professor Pennypincher here with fantastic fiscal tips to help you save money while still living life to the fullest in 2026. First, answer me this. Are you overpaying for joy? Maybe you're trying to save money by cutting your favorite coffee from your budget. No more. With the Zimmer Coffee Card, you'll get a specialty coffee at various area shops for just $1 each. So your latte is no burden at all. Now, our question. Are you overpaying for joy? Skipping happy hour with your friends to pinch a penny or two? No more. With the Zimmer Beer Card, this delightful deal allows you to get 2 beers for just $1 each at various area watering holes. Each card only $20 and on sale now. And it's a joy you can share. This holiday season, share the joy with the gift of cost-effective beverages. Grab both now at newstalkkzrg.com. Zimmer Coffee Card, Zimmer Beer Card. Caffeinate, celebrate, and overpay for joy no more.
Join me, Clay Travis, and my good friend Buck Sexton weekdays starting at 11 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk KZRG. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Davis.
And on the line with us right now is Jeff Marr, our KZRG meteorologist. Good morning, Jeff.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm back from vacation. I was off last week, and boy, the weather, with the exception of a week ago today, was not too shabby, but it was on the chilly side. What can we expect this week?
Well, we can expect some changes, starting off a little bit below average this morning, much like we were yesterday as far as our high, which will be in the low 40s, but it's not going to take us a while to get warmer. It will be in the 50s tomorrow, mid-50s, in fact, and we'll stay in the 50s for Wednesday and Thursday, but then the next cold front pays us a visit, and behind that front, it is certainly going to feel like winter as we start off the weekend on Saturday morning. That's when our lows may dip down into the mid-teens. In the meantime, we'll see a clearing trend from this morning to the afternoon. It hit 43, down to 34 tonight, clear and windy, so wind chills down to the 20s at times, and some gusty winds will combine with sunshine tomorrow, and those winds will be out of the southwest, producing a high of 55 degrees. Some more sun Wednesday and Thursday as we hit the low to mid-50s. Then we start that cooling trend, low 40s with sunshine Friday. As far as the weekend, highs in the mid to upper 30s with sunshine, lows in the mid-teens Saturday morning, and probably in the low 20s as we head into Sunday morning. So cold, low temperatures this weekend.
Now, we've had some guesses as to when we might get our first 1 inch plus snow here in the Joplin area. Are you thinking it's possibly coming sometime this month, in your opinion?
Yeah, I would think so. You know, the storm track has just been to our north. We've had a lot of activity anywhere across the northern tier of the country, and especially across parts of the Dakotas, Iowa, Minnesota, Chicago's gotten a lot of snow. You know, they didn't have much the last couple of years. Well, they made up for that already. They've had a lot of snow, and certainly east of the Great Lakes with this next Arctic blast that's going to come rolling in, we'll have some more lake effect snows down one of the Great Lakes. So, yeah, I think it's only a matter of time, and hopefully maybe as we head towards Christmas we'll get in on some of this action, but the storm track stayed to our north so far.
Nice. All right. Hey, thanks for joining us this morning, Jeff. We appreciate it.
You got it. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Thanks.
As do you, sir. That was KZRG's meteorologist with that weather outlook for us. Hey, coming up at 7:40, we are going to be joined live here at KZRG by Sarah Birch with Fostering Hope. Your chance to help local foster kids get the Christmas they deserve. Go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on the Fostering Hope Christmas of Hope banner, and donate today. Well, earlier we were talking about it, but in case you missed it, Downstream Casino Resort revealed their new life-sized gingerbread house. It's a 12-foot tall gingerbread house featuring more than 3,000 pounds of deliciousness.
Wow.
Scrumptious.
But we can't eat it yet.
Not yet.
It's on display.
On display. Don't eat it yet. Now, the whole thing was put together by their pastry chef, Pamela Hammer. She hammered it down, along with her kitchen staff, of course. Now, what is this gingerbread house made of? Well, it's made up of more than 7,000 individual pieces, which include 3,080 gumballs, 1,030 pounds of sugar, 700 pounds of flour, 170 pounds of butter, 125 pounds of gumdrops, and 2,390 candy canes.
Where's the ginger? I didn't hear how much ginger was in it.
And you know what? They also didn't say how much bread was in there either.
Wow.
Oh, my fake phonies. Just kidding. No, it's awesome. It's on display right now. You can also check out photos on our website, newstalkkzrg.com. Steve Smith was there. He got some photos. Or on our Facebook page, Newstalk KZRG on Facebook. It's life-size. I mean, you could literally walk inside that thing. I mean, you can't, but you could if you wanted to.
I've seen some of the previous years' versions of it, and it's definitely big.
No, it's massive. It's pretty wild. So it's going to be on display all the way through the month of December. So go check it out. It's actually pretty fun. Bring the kids there. I think they would actually really enjoy it, especially the little ones. Oh, my gosh, that whole thing's I could eat that whole thing. It'd make their eyes pop out of their head. It's nutty. So that's on display at the casino at Downstream Casino Resort. By the way, Downstream Casino Resort, they're also hosting a free New Year's Eve party in the pavilion. That's happening from 8 to 11 at night for New Year's Eve. Let's check that out. Steve and Mrs. Steve can be each other's New Year's kiss at Downstream Casino. How cute would that be?
That'd be very cute.
Yeah. Now, their New Year's party is Roaring Twenties Gatsby themed, and it's featuring the fan favorite dueling pianos. That's pretty cool. By the way, if you haven't seen dueling pianos, I've seen the dueling piano contest at like some jazz bars.
Yeah, I've seen it
in like Kansas
too.
City, San Francisco. They're all over the place. It's pretty fun, isn't it?
Yeah, the 20s dance, is that the one where the guy has the girl flip over his back?
The Charleston?
Yeah, the Charleston.
I don't think there's any flipping in the Charleston.
Like the
zoot suits?
The zoot suits, the flap. Well, the zoot suit is...
Riot.
Zoot suit isn't a dance.
That's a swing. Well, it's a group, but it's a swing dance.
Oh, but zoot suit is a form of dress. And there's also the flapper dresses. So there's it's all part of it.
You mean the dresses flap?
They do. They also clap, too, when they spin. It's like one of those little things.
Okay.
So in any case, all the details there. Hey, coming up in 10 minutes after the news, Sarah Birch on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
At 7:30, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. Can Trump fire commission members?
Affordability tour hitting the road.
Thailand, Cambodia, military flare-up. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG heading for a high of 43. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Jeff Marr. Following sports, that'll be at 7:38. Sun's on the rise. It's 28 in Neosho, 28 in Pittsburgh, 29 in Lamar, 29 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG. Can the president fire a member of the Federal Trade Commission without cause? The Supreme Court's going to be hearing arguments about that today.
President Trump nominated Lisa Slaughter to serve on the FTC back in 2018, and President Biden renewed her position for a 5-year term. But now President Trump wants her out. Slaughter points to a decades-old Supreme Court ruling that already found the removal clause means one must demonstrate inefficiency, neglect of duty, or malfeasance in office. But the Trump administration argues Article 2 of the Constitution gives him the power to remove executive branch officers. They want the court to reconsider the legality of the removal clause, arguing the power to control executive officers naturally includes the ability to remove them at will. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Thousands are fleeing President Trump kicks off an affordability tour this week.
Not far from his predecessor's hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania, President Trump will make the case his policies are bringing down cost and making life more affordable. The economic messaging comes amid polling that shows Americans are frustrated with the economy and Democratic gains in recent elections. President Trump has dismissed the idea that Democrats are the party of affordability, calling that a con job and pointing to the price of gas and groceries as evidence of his economic success. White House officials indicate tomorrow's stop in Pennsylvania is the first in what will be a nationwide tour during 2026. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Thousands fleeing the Thailand-Cambodia border region. Why? It's after an escalation of violence.
Thailand has carried out airstrikes against Cambodian military positions near the two countries' disputed border. This after a Thai soldier died and 8 others were hurt during an exchange of gunfire. The Thai Ministry of Defence says more than 35,000 people have been relocated from border areas to temporary shelters. The two sides have accused each other of breaking the ceasefire agreement presided over by President Donald Trump in October. Years of simmering tensions broke down into open hostilities over the summer. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
29 at 7:33, News Talk, KZRG.
It's that time of year again. The hunt is on for the perfect Christmas tree.
Missouri Christmas tree farms are buzzing with activity of the browsing and chainsaw kinds. Scott Rood of Pea Ridge Forest near Herman, Missouri, says it's about welcoming generations of families to wander the grounds and pick the perfect tree, which can be very subjective. He says Scotch pines are the most popular, with white pine running a close second. He says it means a lot to a lot of people that they can get the whole family together and just go out into the country and spend an afternoon. You can check tree farms closer to you by doing a search like Choose and Cut Christmas Trees near you. 'Tis the season. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ethan Thomas.
The Missouri Attorney General's office is warning that next year's FIFA World Cup would be the perfect environment for some con artists.
The Missouri Attorney General's office says given the interest of the event, the FIFA World Cup will likely attract ticket scammers. The AG's office says here's how to avoid being ripped off. Buy tickets from officialfifa.com or FIFA Resale Marketplace or a trusted, well-known platform. The AG's office says scammers will try to sell fake, altered, duplicated digital tickets below market value. Sue Danielson, MissouriNet.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. 29 at 7:34, News Talk KZRG.
Where are those Epstein files?
Where?
Some new photos of Epstein's Island were recently made public, and Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson says they're still working on getting all the files released.
What I thought was disturbing was the room that was photoed that looked like a dental studio but had like these masks on the wall. That's pretty creepy. There's a lot of weird stuff about it, and it's going to take some time to kind of fully understand exactly what was going on.
Epstein's ex-girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, says it would jeopardize chances for her appeal if the files are released.
Another sequel wins big at the weekend box office.
Five Nights at Freddy's is powering up the box office once again. The sequel surpassing expectations with $63 million in ticket sales from theaters in the U.S. and Canada.
They're out there, Mike.
Where?
Everywhere.
It marked the biggest opening of the year for a PG-13 rated movie. The family-friendly Zootopia 2 falls to second place in its second weekend, picking up $43 million. Wicked for Good lands in third place in its third weekend with $16.8 million. Kathleen Maloney, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NFL action, on Sunday Night Football, the Texans beat the Chiefs 20-10. Kansas City falls to 6-7 on the season. In NBA action, the Thunder beat the Jazz 131-101 to improve to a league best 23-1. In D2 basketball over the weekend, the PSU men beat Rogers State 86-64 on Saturday. The PSU women earned a 73-51 win over Rogers State as well. The MSSU women beat UCO 75-57, while the UCO men defeated Southern 87-79. In prep football over the weekend, Seneca beat Lift for Life 33-26 in the Class 3 state title game to become the state champs. Carthage fell to Platte County 34-28 in the Class 5 state title game. In prep basketball, the Joplin boys opened the season with a 59-40 win over Pittsburgh over the weekend, and the New Heights Christian girls defeated McCauley 54-40 in the Gem City Classic. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 8 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Jeff Marr.
Here is your KZRG forecast. A clearing trend will take place as we start off this Monday. For the afternoon, there will be some sunshine with a high of 43, and then clear and windy overnight with a low dipping to 34 and some wind chills down to the 20s at times. A warming trend continues for Tuesday with sunshine, winds out of the southwest at a high of 55. On Wednesday, plenty of sun with a high in the low 50s, into the mid-50s under sunny sky Thursday, but then temperatures will get colder behind a front as we make our way from Friday into the upcoming weekend. I'm Jeff Marr in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. 28 in Neosho, 28 in Pittsburgh, 29 in Hornet. It's 29 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now, 7:38.
Wintertime perks. Of course there's Christmas and allergy relief, and the bugs are dead. At least you thought they were. But there's little, tiny, bloodthirsty pests that are snug as a bug in a queen-size pillow top right now. The bed bug. The winter doesn't faze them. They're warm and cozy and snacking on you and your holiday guests. Unless you call Bug Away Pest Control.
Hey, it's Doug and Rory from Bug Away Pest Control. Bed bugs aren't on anyone's Christmas list.
So before your guests arrive, trust us to make your home pest-free.
We specialize in heat treatment for bed bugs, which is more effective and faster than traditional treatments.
And we're the only place you can get Doug and Rory's pest-free guarantee.
Ask us about financing and make sure your home is bug-free for the holidays.
Get started at bugawaypc.com.
We do exactly what we say. We keep the bugs away.
Customer satisfaction is our number one goal at Bug Away Pest Control.
Hello, I'm Amanda G. I go over to Team Dental, so I look a whole lot better when I go out in public.
My name is Darian. I'm a hygienist at Team Dental of Joplin. She is my OG. I've had her from the start, so.
Besides cleanings, I've had some crowns put in and then just consultation on what I need to get done. I know what's up and roughly what it's going to cost, so I can do that at my pace. I changed to a different insurance. There wasn't coverage, so I talked to the financial people and they told me about the dental plan I can buy. So I went ahead and bought that.
So you pay up front that one-time fee for the year, and then it gives you percentages off of all the services we provide, so you can still afford to have your teeth fixed without being able to say, well, I don't have insurance, so I can't do it.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. Welcome to the neighborhood practice for your whole family. Learn more at teamdentalofjoplin.com.
Team Dental of Joplin, your neighborhood practice for your whole family.
Imagine a story of unbreakable hope.
In Somewhere to Be, a Kentucky couple overcomes infertility to foster over 17 children and adopt 4, including a tiny baby left at a fire station. The world premiere screening of this 40-minute inspirational documentary will touch your heart. Plus, catch a bonus screening of the award-winning 30-minute fiction film, Simple Mercies. I'm Karen Elizabeth, the director of these films, personally inviting you to this holiday Second Sunday Cinema presentation by Great Wonders Productions at the historic Route 66 Theater in downtown Webb City, Missouri. December 14th, doors open at 5:30 p.m. It's free. Donations welcome at the door, or name your price for tickets at secondsundaycinema.com. Don't miss this evening of inspiration and community at secondsundaycinema.com.
Gingrich Structures builds agricultural, commercial, and residential post-frame buildings to meet your needs. Built with superior craftsmanship and attention to every detail. Right now, end-of-year holiday specials are available. Connect with your local Gingrich Pro to plan your custom post-frame project and create a design with a special price built for you. Your Gingrich Pro will guide you every step of the way. Visit GingrichStructures.com. Punch in your zip code and connect with your local Gingrich Pro. That's GingerICHStructures.com.
Be sure to tune in to News Talk KZRG every weekday from 9 to 11 to hear what's going on with me, Chris Plant, on News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
7:41 is the KZRG news time. 29 in Joplin, 28 in Pittsburgh, 28 in Neosho, and Miami winning out on the heat race. 32 in Miami. Toasty,
wow.
Toasty warm over there.
Well, I'll tell you, we need to move to Miami.
Evidently. Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott.
And joining us live this morning with Fostering Hope is Sarah Birch.
Good morning.
Sarah,
All
right.
Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Well, we really appreciate your time. Now, Sarah, Christmas of Hope, Fostering Hope, for those that aren't familiar or may have forgotten since the last time you joined us, tell us a little bit about Fostering Hope, your guys' goal, and then this yearly initiative that you put on every year, Christmas of Hope.
Sure. So, Fostering Hope, we are a faith-based nonprofit here in Southwest Missouri. Our goal and our mission is really just to come alongside and support our local foster care community. So we find ways to serve kids in foster care, foster families, and foster care agency workers. We just believe that you can't support the child without supporting those people that are surrounding them and supporting them. So we do different things throughout the year. One of the biggest things is we have 2 caring closet locations where we provide clothes and toys and all kinds of stuff for kids when they get placed into foster care, just because oftentimes they don't get to come with a lot of stuff. We also do different things throughout the year. We send birthday cards to kids. We send encouragement cards to families. We have events that we host throughout the year for kids and families and agency workers. So, like I said, it's just a way that we can come alongside and support our local foster care community. And then at Christmas, we have what we call our Christmas of Hope campaign every year. And this, again, is another way to support these families and these kids. A lot of our families have multiple kids in their homes. 5, 6, 7 kids is not uncommon. And they, we know that they do amazing things for the kids in their homes throughout their year and at Christmas time. But it's a way that, budgets are tight at Christmas and we want to help. So we ask kids to fill out a wish list. We try to raise $50 per child to be able to purchase stuff off of that wish list. And so that's what Christmas of Hope is. And this year we're getting close to meeting our goal. We have about 100 kids we still need sponsored. Our shopping day is Wednesday. So if anybody is able to support us financially, that would be a great way to help.
Yeah, exactly. $50 is all it takes to provide the Christmas magic to a local foster kid. Now, Sarah, let me ask you a little bit about the organization and the structure of it. Frankly, just point blank, what is your guys' overhead? If I donate $50, how much of that money goes directly to a foster kid?
All of it goes to the foster kiddo. All of the money raised through Christmas of Hope stays with Christmas of Hope specifically. Mm-hmm. We have a separate bank account for it. It's set aside for that. So each year, that $50 is spent on each kiddo. If we raise more than is needed, one of the great things we can do is we can spend more per kiddo. So there have been years where we've been able to spend 60 to 65 per child instead of the 50. So yes, all of that money raised goes directly towards those kids.
Nice.
Now, one of the things that I have a question of, is this just for things that they need, or is this also sometimes for things that the foster kids want, if it's possible?
It's both, and so it's really up to the kid and the family. They fill out the Christmas wish list. We ask them to prioritize it. We ask for very specific things, and we tell them, if you have a certain thing you want, make sure you put it as number one. And when shopping day comes, we make sure to put on the instructions for all the shoppers. We really want to get items 1 or 2 on their list, if possible, so try to do that. If we have to spend a little more money to do that, we have the flexibility, luckily, to be able to do that. Kids put all kinds of stuff. Some kids, it's straight toys. Some
Nice.
kids,
Classic.
it's other things. Some kids have, a lot of our older kids that are starting to transition into their own apartments or living situations. They've got houseware items or home decor items or things like that. So it's really a wide variety of things that we have that come up on the lists.
Yeah. It's Sarah Birch with Fostering Hope and Christmas of Hope here on News Talk KZRG, News Time 746. And that's what's awesome about this organization, as Sarah had just pointed out, is that when you donate $50 to help provide a Christmas that a foster kid locally deserves, it goes fully to that kid. Pretty much no overhead costs for Christmas of Hope. $50 goes to the kid, point blank. Now, let me ask you a little bit about radius. Foster kids in the 4 states area. What does that mean exactly? How far is the radius that you guys service?
Well, we partner with Children's Division, which is the state agency here that kind of manages the foster care system. So kids that are associated with Children's Division, we cover in Jasper County and also in Barton, Dade, Cedar, and Vernon County. We also do some kiddos that are maybe a little bit out of our area that aren't getting supported through other services. So we tie those kids into it as well. But for the most part, the kids that we cover are in Jasper County, Barton, Dade, Cedar, Vernon County.
Our immediate area, the money going directly to these kids to provide them the Christmas joy they deserve. Sarah Birch with Christmas of Hope here on News Talk KZRG. Now, there are other ways that people can help this initiative, Christmas of Hope, aside from financial contributions, which are always welcome, by the way. Wednesday, huge day coming up this Wednesday. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so Wednesday is our big shopping day. It is the most fun day, I think, of the year. It is Christmas chaos is how I like to describe it. If you like to shop, if you like to be just be around the Christmas spirit, if you can come Wednesday, I would highly encourage it. The way we make this happen is we have so many volunteer shoppers come out and help us that day because we're shopping for over 500 kids. It takes a lot. We're going to meet at 15th Street Walmart. They are amazing every year and host us there. If you want to come help us shop, we would love to have you. We are going to kick off at 9 a.m., so I would suggest getting there a little before 9 to get signed in, get instructions. We will meet in the garden center area, so look for our volunteer table there, and you can just come in and sign up. We'll get you going, and like I said, it's a little chaotic. We have a lot of people come out to help, which is how we're able to accomplish this. So if you don't mind kind of, the first bit, you have to kind of wait in line a little bit. You'll get a kid's wish list. It'll have, it won't have identifying information, but it'll say a girl age 6. It'll say kind of her favorite colors, favorite things, and then it'll have the wish list that they filled out, prioritized 1 through 6. We ask you to try to get items 1 or 2 on the list. You'll get a Christmas of Hope shopping bag. You'll go through Walmart, shop for the kid, put the items in the bag, and then you'll drop it back off in the garden center area. We'll get it through checkout and then get it to the kids.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's also, by the way, actually kind of easy. I mean, I've shopped every year the last 3-4 years now, and it's actually kind of fun. It's a little entertaining. Like, a boy age 12 likes dinosaurs. All right, let's go to the dinosaur section. Let's start picking something out. And it's actually a lot simpler than people might think.
Yeah, it's fun, and I think the people that come out have a good time. We got a lot of people that come out in all their Christmas, attire, which is fun. And we've had Santa been there. We've had the Grinch be there. So it is a really fun fun environment.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's happening this Wednesday. Starting when, Sarah?
We're going to kick off at 9 a.m. That's when we'll do instructions. We'll do a prayer. We'll send everybody off to get their wish list. So, like I said, you don't have to be there at 9. You can come a little later. But if you can get there a little before, that's great. We will post on our Facebook page when all the wish lists have gone out. Typically that happens around 11:30 would be my guess.
Yeah. So it's a come and go as you please. If your lunch break is at 10:45, come on, help us out at 10:45. If you want to get there right at the kickoff to enjoy sort of the spirit and the cheer with the big crowd right at the beginning, come right at the beginning. If you don't get off for lunch until noon, come at noon. There's going to be work that we need your help with pretty much all day, right?
Yes. And like I said, we'll post on our Facebook page when lists are out, so you'll know. You can always check there before you come in if you're coming a little bit later.
Nice. It's Sarah Birch with Christmas of Hope and Fostering Hope here on News Talk KZRG. Sarah, is there anything else you think people need to know about this really, really important local initiative?
I just want to say, we can't do this without our community, and every year our community steps up in huge ways to make this happen. And, I always get stressed that we're not going to raise the funds. It always comes through. If you're able to support us financially this year, we do still need some help. You can go to fostering-hope.com and donate online, or you can come to the Zimmer Radio offices and donate here. If you can't support us financially, that's okay. We would welcome any prayers for these kids and families that we're serving. That's one thing we ask shoppers to do is, as you're shopping for this child, pray for them and their family.
Yeah.
If you so choose to. And again, shopping. If you're able to come help us shop, we would love to have you there. It's a fun day.
Nice. And Sarah, socials, where can people learn more?
Fostering-hope.com, and we're also on Facebook. Fostering Hope SWMO, I believe, is our handle.
Excellent. Sarah Birch with Fostering Hope and Christmas of Hope. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
KZRG News Time 7:51. Coming up next, your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos. On News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. A clearing trend will take place as we start off this Monday. For the afternoon, there will be some sunshine with a high of 43, and then clear and windy overnight with a low dipping to 34 and some wind chills down to the 20s at times. A warming trend continues for Tuesday with sunshine, winds out of the southwest at a high of 55. On Wednesday, plenty of sun with a high in the low 50s, into the mid-50s under sunny sky Thursday, but then temperatures will get colder behind the front as we make our way from Friday into the upcoming weekend. I'm Jeff Marr in the KZRG Storm Center.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say micro, offer ends 12/14. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
There's a giant room somewhere right now where circuits and high-powered computer processors with the world's most sophisticated chips are helping some little old woman decide where to book a hair appointment. They call it artificial intelligence, and we've heard and read a bunch of stories about it. But how does artificial intelligence work? How do you get found in 2026 and beyond? What does your website need to keep up with the times? In a world of artificial, wouldn't it be nice to have some real answers? We are Zimmer Marketing. With our local web team, you can sit down with real people who can give you real answers about what you need for a website that really works today and for the future. Do you want to make sure your site is found in the age of AI? Our local web team is ready to make sure you are found in 2026. Get started today at zimmermarketing.com. Zimmer Marketing. It just works.
What a year it's been at Watered Gardens Ministries. With a generous partnership of nearly 2,000 financial supporters, 126 people were helped out of homelessness and 178 found a job. 7 men graduated from our long-term program Forge, and 26 moms with 50 children in tow found safety and stability at our Washington Family Hope Center. One of those moms, Denisha, arrived pregnant in her 3rd trimester. She came into shelter just in time. Little Harmony was born the very next night. I'm so thankful we were there for Mama and her baby. Only through your generosity does our 100% privately funded ministry continue to provide hope and real opportunity for people to escape poverty and homelessness. I'm James Whitford at Watered Gardens Ministries, and this holiday season, I'm asking for your partnership. Please visit wateredgardens.org/give and join us today.
Training can take a long time, especially when there's a lot to learn. Like, leave the toilet seat up in case I get thirsty, or leave the trash can unlocked if I want a snack. We're still working on those two. But the easiest trick I ever taught my human is taking me to All Dog Stream whenever I need a spa day, or some time with friends.
Whether you're looking for the best 4-paw hotel in Southwest Missouri, or your furry friend could use some training, All Dogs Dream has everything to ensure your pet has a healthy, happy boarding, daycare, and training experience. Traveling? Board your pet with All Dogs Dream. There's plenty of room to run and play inside and out. Maybe your pet just needs some exercise while you're at work. During daycare, your dog will enjoy the company of other furry friends in a safe and fun environment. They can even get groomed or receive training during their stay. All Dogs Dream, just north of Neosho on Gateway Drive. Find more info and book your dog's reservation online at alldogsdream.com. Let your dog stay, play, and learn with us at All Dogs Dream.
Hey, join me, Sean Hannity, every weekday, 2 to 5. It's all happening right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
Your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
To win it, be the first one on the phone with the correct answer to the question at 417-782-1310. That's 417-782-1310. Ted, what's the question?
Today's question is a little World War II history knowledge. 417-782-1310. Here's the question. What name was attached to Germany's World War II submarines? We didn't used to call them submarines during World War II. What did we call them? 417-782-1310. Some world history for you. What did we used to call submarines, particularly Germany's, during World War II? 417-782-1310. Steve, what are we giving away?
Complimentary taco plus chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
What name was attached to Germany's World War II submarines? 417-782-1310. News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
U-boats.
Easy money. Yes, U-boats. Who do we have here?
Waylon.
Hey, Waylon, what's your favorite radio station?
KZRG.
Oh, love to hear it, Waylon. Love to hear it. Don't go anywhere, my good friend. We'll be with you in just a second. And you have just won a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Taco. Stay on the line for us here, Waylon, if you don't mind. Yeah, U-boats.
I wonder if they called them U-boats because they went underwater.
That's what underwater boats, yeah.
Underwater boats.
I don't know if that's
U-boats.
why they called them, but
It's
or maybe they did a lot of U-turns. If that was the case, my car would be called the U-car because I U-turn constantly because I'm always getting lost.
Well, if you keep being seen, you get turned around.
Well, you know, Steve, every time you acknowledge my existence, I feel very seen. So,
excuse me, I'm going to turn around.
You monster. Have you seen, by the way, that? There's that famous video, what is it? Bonnie Tyler, turn around.
Yeah, I've seen the TV commercials for some fabric softener, too.
Yeah, there's a famous video where they're playing that song, Bonnie Tyler's, and a dog is listening to it and thinks it's a human issuing it commands for treats.
Oh, brother.
So Bonnie Tyler says turn around and the dog does a little spin and then expects a treat for doing this
trick. It has LED
trick.
lights in the middle of their eyeballs for eyes.
The dog?
No, the people that are turning around. Turn around bright eyes. That's the words to the song.
Oh, I missed that one. Well played, sir. Well played. Hey, coming up after the news in about 10 minutes here at around 8:10, we are going to be getting into this story regarding Trump accounts. What the heck are they? When are they going to be here? And who is eligible? That's coming up next on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
The Four States News, Talk, and Severe Weather Station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 8 o'clock.
He hasn't even read it. I'm Chris Foster. Fox News. President Trump says last he'd heard Ukraine's President Zelensky has not read his proposal for peace with Russia and isn't ready for it. Zelensky's meeting with European leaders today.
As these peace talks really drag on here, the Ukrainian president is in London to talk with ally leaders about strengthening his military and strengthening Ukraine's defense. He will sit down with the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, and the French president and also the German chancellor in a way really to strengthen his negotiating position here, since they too find Russia's demands to control eastern Ukraine to be way too unacceptable. This comes amid new comments from the president's son, Don Jr., suggesting that it is possible that Trump could walk away.
Fox's Aisha Hosni at the White House. President Trump today plans to announce a $12 billion aid package for farmers affected by the trade war started by putting more tariffs in place, and says he has options if Supreme Court rules he's overstepped his authority with those tariffs.
There are other routes we can go, but it won't give you the same pure national security as this one. This one is swift and very powerful.
The president there on the red carpet before the Kennedy Center honors in D.C. also saying Netflix purchase of Warner Brothers Discovery could be a problem, and he'll be involved in the approval process. He posted this morning on Truth Social that he'll sign an executive order this week for one rule book covering artificial intelligence instead of 50 states having their own. Thousands of people have fled the area near the Thailand-Cambodia border. Here's Fox's Marianne Rafferty.
Thailand launched airstrikes against Cambodia. This new wave of fighting comes just months after the two sides agreed to pause fighting in a peace plan brokered by President Trump. But that pact was suspended earlier this month between the Southeast Asian neighbors. Thailand says this new attack is in retaliation for a deadly Cambodian strike on Monday.
A soldier was killed. The movie One Battle After Another has the most Golden Globe nominations with 9. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG heading for a high of 43. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Jeff Marr. Following sports, that'll be at 8:08. It is 28 in Neosho, 28 in Pittsburgh, 29 in Galena, 29 in Joplin. On your smart speaker, AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9, News Talk, KZRG. We've all seen those bathroom remodeling ads. Now, charges are being filed.
Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway announcing that her office has filed felony charges against James G. Bennett, operating as Bath Planet, for allegedly defrauding consumers by accepting payments for bathroom remodeling services he never even completed. Bennett faces 10 counts of deceptive business practices, 9 counts of financial exploitation of the elderly or disabled, and 1 count of stealing by deception. More inside the KZRG app. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Controversial strikes on the drug cartel boats in the Caribbean. Arkansas U.S. Senator Tom Cotton says there isn't any controversy about it.
If those boats were loaded with bombs or missiles headed for the United States, I don't think anyone would dispute that we had every right and indeed a duty to intercept them. But those drugs detonate like a bomb all across Arkansas and all across America, killing hundreds of Arkansans and hundreds of thousands of Americans. Our government has a duty to protect our communities from those drugs.
Cotton says President Trump has the constitutional authority to approve of those strikes to keep us safe.
A big change to what voters are going to be seeing on the ballot in Missouri next year.
On Thursday, a Missouri appeals court in Kansas City has rewritten the ballot language for Amendment 3, a measure that would ban most abortions in the state. Judges ruled the previous wording didn't clearly tell voters the amendment would repeal protections approved in 2024 and add new restrictions. A no vote keeps the current constitutional protections in place. Matt Pilger, Missouri Net.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. 29 at 8:04, News Talk, KZRG.
Federal response to scams. Southeast Kansas Congressman Derek Schmidt joined a bipartisan group of lawmakers in introducing a bill to better coordinate the feds to work to fight scams and protect consumers, particularly seniors. Each year, Americans lose billions of dollars to scams and fraud. While all Americans can be targets, scammers often disproportionately targets seniors and may be particularly aggressive during the holiday season.
Downstream Casino officially unveiling its 12-foot tall gingerbread house on Friday night. A sizable crowd turned out to enjoy the fun, along with hot chocolate and gingerbread cookies. Pamela Hammer, who is in charge of putting it together, told News Talk KZRG it was a labor of love.
It takes us about 2 months of planning, drawing out, and figuring out how much ingredients we need to order, how much flour, sugar, and everything goes into it before we even start putting it together. A total of 4 months with construction. It definitely is a labor of love, but we enjoy doing it every year.
The gingerbread house will be on display until the new year. Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk KZRG.
In NFL action, on Sunday Night Football, the Texans beat the Chiefs 20-10. Kansas City falls to 6-7 on the season. In NBA action, the Thunder beat the Jazz 131-101 to improve to a league best 23-1. In D2 basketball over the weekend, the PSU men beat Rogers State 86-64 on Saturday. The PSU women earned a 73-51 win over Rogers State as well. The MSSU women beat UCO 75-57. While the UCO men defeated Southern 87-79. In prep football over the weekend, Seneca beat Lift for Life 33-26 in the Class 3 state title game to become the state champs. Carthage fell to Platte County 34-28 in the Class 5 state title game. In prep basketball, the Joplin boys opened the season with a 59-40 win over Pittsburgh over the weekend, and the New Heights Christian girls defeated McCauley 54-40 in the Gem City Classic. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news, 8:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Jeff Marr.
Here's your KZRG forecast. A clearing trend will take place to begin the week on this Monday as the afternoon high hits 43. Tonight, clear and windy with a low down to 34. And some sunshine on Tuesday with gusty winds out of the southwest at a high reaching the mid-50s. I'm Jeff Marr in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is a service of Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture. Update your flooring with the area's largest selection and find new furniture to brighten your home at your local Derailed Commodity Flooring and Furniture store today.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Center Storm Tracker radar. It's now 28 in Neosho, 28 in Pittsburgh, 29 in Carl Junction, 29 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now going on 8:08.
Merry Christmas from everyone at Cola RV. They want to say thank you to those who trusted Cola to help them find the perfect RV for their family this year, and to those who entrusted them to sell their RV. If you're tired of storing your RV through yet another winter, or you dream of hitting the road in a new RV next year, the Cola family is ready to help you. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year filled with new adventures from Cola RV.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation honors America's heroes. Heroes like Josh Bischoff. Josh began his firefighting career as a volunteer and ultimately became CAL FIRE's Assistant Chief of Tactical Air Operations until tragedy struck and he was killed in a helicopter collision while fighting a California wildfire. He leaves behind his wife Cheryl and their 2 children, Derek and Juliana. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation paid the Bischoff family's mortgage. Support heroes like Josh and their families. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Honey, I just flushed the toilet and the shower drain is backing up.
On it.
Hello, a representative from Timbuktu will be with you in 34 minutes.
When you got a clog that can't be beat. When your shower water is above your feet. When you flush that bowl and it makes you frown.
River makes that drain go down.
Hi, this is Nathan with Spring River Drain and Sewer. Skip the big corporate out-of-town companies and call us for first-rate hometown service. At Spring River, your drain problem is our top priority, and our licensed drain experts are prepared to tackle the toughest clogs in the quickest way possible. We charge flat-rate pricing, so you know the price before we even show up. Get started on fixing your sewer, drains, or septic issues today. Schedule an appointment at springriverdrain.com. And remember,
Spring River makes that drain go down.
You're listening to News Talk KZRG 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. From Studio 1Z. With the latest news, commentary, and weather. It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
28 in Joplin, 28 in Pittsburgh, 32 in Miami, 28 in Diamond. 8:10 is the KZRG News Time. The Zimmer Storm Center app has all things weather, totally free to download in the App Store. And if you look at the Zimmer Storm Center app right now, it'll say something like this.
It's going to be turning mostly sunny later today with a high of 43. Mostly clear tonight down to 34. Sunny tomorrow, 55. Mostly sunny, 52 on Wednesday. Thursday, mostly sunny and 55. The sun is coming up, but right now it looks like by looking out our window here at the KZRG studios, we have clouds in the sky right now. So keep that in mind. But again, the high today, 43. Not too shabby. The overnight low on Friday night, Saturday morning, wow, mid-teens.
Boy, I got to be honest, Steve, that was a spot-on Zimmer Storm Center app impression you just did. That sounded just like it.
Yeah. It's practice. Practice makes perfect.
That's true. Well, President Donald Trump, he said that he wants to start something called Trump accounts. You may have been hearing this phrase buzz around as of late. Trump account, Trump account, Trump account. What is it? Well, it's a government-created investment program which was established under the One Big Beautiful Bill.
This almost sounds like something that they've had in Kansas for a while to help out with the children's education funds.
And how does it work in Kansas?
You can set up and make deposits to the funds, and I believe that those are tax deductible, and you can only use them for paying for school, college, and stuff.
And it's an investment fund?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's something similar as to what the Trump accounts are. The account functions, or will function once it gets created, much like a traditional long-term investment fund. And it's targeted towards young people, not just primarily, but exclusively. Now, these new accounts, they will be made available only to those under 18. And they're going to be funded through federal seed money along with private contributions, i.e. your contributions for your kid or grandkid. Employers and nonprofits could also, in theory, contribute to them as well, by the way. Now, the rules for these Trump accounts, they're not actually written yet. They're still making them. So they're Trump accounts, there is no hard, fast set. Here's what it is. Here's what it's going to be. They're still designing it. They don't really know yet. So if you start seeing conflicting information about the Trump account, that's probably accurate because they don't actually know what they're doing yet. They're still making this. This is brand new. It's never been made, at least to the extent that they're trying to do it.
Now, the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, has issued only preliminary guidance. It is now seeking public feedback, a formal process that allows parents, financial experts, companies, and advocacy groups to comment before the regulations are finalized. The comment period remains open through February the 20th of 2026, meaning many details of the program are still subject to change.
Right. Yeah. KZRG News Time, 8:13. So here's what we do know so far is basically these Trump accounts, they will be active and available for those under 18 years old that has a valid Social Security number. So those that are here illegally, sorry, don't get them. An authorized adult, which would be, for instance, a child's parent or their guardian, their grandparent, if they have a sibling that's over 18 years old. If it's like a foster sort of situation, they could open them up for them. But you got to be an adult. They get to open these accounts and establish them for these kids. Now, that's pretty much all we know. The other thing that we know is that the program is scheduled to become available mid-2026, but to be honest, I wouldn't really count on that just because this is new. We'll see if it gets done by then. But like any government program, and this isn't bashing the Trump administration, this is just a bash on the government. The government doesn't typically work with a lot of spryness, right?
Efficiency.
They tend to be pretty slow. They tend to not really know what they're doing for the most part. That's why the free market tends to be better alternatives. But this is a government program, so it's going to take a while for them to start. They say mid-2026. I think it's going to be a little bit longer, but that's the goal. Now, parents of babies born in 2025 through 2028, you will be able to open an account by completing IRS Form 4547, which is my new favorite form, by the way. My second favorite IRS form is 7813, but that's just me. You know what? If you want to crucify me over it, Steve's favorite form is 67. That's his favorite form.
I love that, 67.
Now, applicants, after you submit your file to open up a Trump account for your baby, the Department of Treasury will initiate the account process. Now, once it is open, so far, and this might change, they're still writing the rules, individuals can contribute up to $5,000 per year into this account, which again operates as a long-term investment thing. And so basically, you're not just going to be able to pull money out whenever, oh, it's little Timmy's 8th birthday, time to pull money out of the Trump account, got to get him the pony. Nope, it's not how it works.
Nope.
For the most part, they're not going to be able to access it really at all until they're 18, even if it is for an emergency. Not going to happen. The other thing is you're not really going to have a lot of individual sway over this account. And what I mean by that is like you don't get to put money into this account and then go, you know what, Apple's doing pretty well. I'm going to put some of my Trump account money into Apple stock. No, you put the money in the account, and then the big brain investors in DC and the big Wall Street guys that manage your kid's Trump account, they get to do what they want. You don't really get a say. You just let it sit there, and then ideally, hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll make money. At the end of the day, stocks is nothing shy of gambling. That's literally all it is, and insider trading. So there's also that. But there you have it. So that's kind of what we know so far. Now, apparently, and this was interesting, in addition, funds from one Trump account may be rolled over, meaning money already held in one Trump account can be transferred directly into a new or different Trump account without counting toward the annual contribution limit. So you can put individuals can put a max of $5,000 in these accounts. But if you have 5 Trump accounts with $5,000 in it, you can put all $5,000 of 5 accounts into one. So instead of being able to put $5,000 into one, you put 25 into one, which I don't really understand the point of. Like, why would I roll over my kid's Trump account into another kid's account?
True.
Maybe if I have 2 kids and one of them's naughty, and I go, you know what, little Timmy, I don't like your attitude this year. You're all your Trump account money, I'm rolling that over into little Susie's account.
Maybe they showed up on Santa's being naughty list.
I guess. I didn't really understand. That was kind of an odd aspect to it of, I have money in my kid's account and I'm allowed to roll it into a different kid's.
Maybe that's one of the things they're still trying to figure out.
Figure out what? The purpose of that?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe they're just writing rules for the heck of it. Oh, and on Tuesdays, you're not allowed to put money in unless you've eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What the purpose of that rule is, we're not sure. We're still trying to figure that out. But we have the rule, so there you have it. So I didn't really get that. That was questionable. Now, employers participating in this account program may contribute up to $2,500 a year, $2,500. So great. Now, very basically, it's just an account that hopefully makes money for your kids. Thoughts on this, Steve? Conceptually,
it's a great idea, but I'm hoping it doesn't cause the universities to raise the rates much higher, because of that would still lead to additional student debt if the funds do not keep up with the
universities.
Yeah, universities that keep raising the price because the student loans, keep having its.
What does it have to do with
the money?
What does it have to do with the Trump accounts?
Well, the Trump accounts are going to be paying for education as the kids grow up.
Oh, so that's the thing, is we don't even know that yet. Is it just for education? Is it to start their business when they turn 18? Can they just take it out and buy a house? We don't actually know. I haven't even seen anything about specifics of what they could spend the money on. From my understanding right now, they just get the money. Now, again, they're writing the rules. Things are changing, and there's different ideas. Did you see something that it was just for
I saw a story last week where there was, I think the Dell owners of the Dell Corporation were putting some money in for this to be started up. And they were talking about how it's going to be used for like educational purposes.
So they're pushing for it for education.
That's what I understand.
And again, that's probably true. But again, they haven't written the rules yet.
That's correct.
It's all subject to change.
Like we were mentioning the ones over in Kansas, those are strictly for education.
Mm-hmm. Right. Will that be the Trump accounts? Who knows?
We don't know.
My question, and this is an honest question, why is the government in charge of this? I mean, honestly, like, good on the Trump administration. He's obviously cares about babies and children, and he obviously wants best for Americans. This doesn't seem like a government. This seems a little bit handsy for the government. Now, I mean, I'm really pro small government. I don't know why we need the government to be in charge of opening a savings account for our babies.
Maybe.
Isn't that our families as a parent? Isn't that their job to plan for their future? Why is the government in charge of that?
It
now?
is, but how many families have been doing that in the past?
Well, that's their responsibility. I don't know why the government's job is to...
I don't disagree with you, but that's also one of the things that might be leading to the excessive student loan debt.
No, I think the primary cause for that is the fact that you can't declare bankruptcy from student loans. So if you call bankruptcy, you still owe the colleges that money, number one. And number two, the predatory loans, the way they're written, and there's not a lot of laws around that. I think that's what's causing it. It's not about saving money. When a book costs $400, a single textbook, there's some price gouging. There's no way a book...
No, really?
What? That's
kidding.
what is causing, in my opinion, the student loan crisis. It has nothing to do with how much parents save. But again, just conceptually, yes, all the praise and claps and yay, sing Trump's praise. He cares about babies and is trying to help this future. I really believe that. That's great. Why are we making the government be in charge of opening these savings accounts? It's not free, right? First off, the government, they say they're going to put $1,000 into these accounts. Well, free money ain't free. We all know that. So what's the cost of this $1,000 for all these savings accounts? Number one. Number two, why can't our families do it themselves? Why do we need the government to micromanage children's savings? That should be an at-home thing. And number three, running the program isn't free. They're going to have to hire full-time federal people to manage these accounts. If I sign up, my baby that was born in 2025, they got to go and make sure that Social Security number is a real Social Security number. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a full-time job. They're going to have scam protection programs built around this. We're going to have to hire workers to do that. So I just don't understand why this is indicative upon the government to run this. This should be me, my family. I care about my child. I'm going to start saving for them. And if a kid is born in a family that isn't that forward thinking, well, that's America. So free market. I'm sorry. I just don't understand why the government is put in charge of saving for us.
That's true.
For individuals. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? Where am I wrong? Let us know. Leave us an open mic message. Totally free to do so on the KZRG app. I would love to see all that money that would go into this program take on the debt, take on the deficit, help the teachers. That, to me, I think would be a better use of this money, and just have families be fiscally responsible enough to have a child. And if they don't, well, that's America.
I have an idea for you, Ted.
Oh, yeah?
There's one way you can definitely find out if you're wrong.
Okay.
Get married.
Oh, boy. Like that's ever going to happen. KZRG News Time, 8:23. Steve, you know I have to get a date first, right? This is an uphill battle, my friend.
Well, Tay-Tay and Travis have actually set a date for their wedding now. That's breaking news.
Oh, my
Nobody
God.
cares, Steve. Nobody cares.
Good morning.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
A strange phenomenon in the Chernobyl exclusion zone gripped the internet by storm. Recently, several wild dogs with bright blue fur were spotted near the site of the 1986 nuclear disaster. Theories like nuclear mutations started circulating. But as it turns out, the likely culprit is the dogs that rolled into a tipped-over porta potty. And dogs are going to be dogs.
Number 2.
New York Mayor-elect Mandami released a video outlining New Yorkers' rights during encounters with ICE. He also pledged that his administration will safeguard immigrant communities while protecting the city's constitutional right to protest.
Number 1.
Downstream Casino Resort revealing their 12-foot-tall gingerbread house featuring more than 3,000 pounds of goodness and more than 7,000 individual pieces. The life-size edible home will be on display through December.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
If you could go back and change just one moment in your life, what would it be? We want to know. Coming up, what's going on with Kim Commando on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. A clearing trend will take place as we start off this Monday. For the afternoon, there will be some sunshine with a high of 43, and then clear and windy overnight with a low dipping to 34 and some wind chills down to the 20s at times. A warming trend continues for Tuesday with sunshine, winds out of the southwest at a high of 55. On Wednesday, plenty of sun with a high in the low 50s, into the mid-50s under sunny sky Thursday, but then temperatures will get colder behind a front as we make our way from Friday into the upcoming weekend. I'm Jeff Marr in the KZRG Storm Center.
Are the kids worried this holiday season because you don't have a fireplace for Santa? Hi, I'm Brooke with Flames in Joplin, and as a certified elf and fireplace expert, I can assure you all Low Pine Fireplace Extraordinaire fireplaces are Santa approved and sold right here at Flames. Not only are Low Pine Fireplace Extraordinaire fireplaces worthy of the big guy in the red suit, but they're also worthy of the whole family, dog included. The only thing missing are the milk and cookies. If you already have a fireplace and you're worried it might not be Santa approved, we got you. Flames has the only NFI certified fireplace technicians in Joplin, and we're happy to help. So stop stressing about the holidays for a second and pop into Flames and let us show you our amazing selection of Santa approved fireplaces and inserts brought to you by Low Pine Fireplace Extraordinaire and found only at Flames in Joplin.
Flame with fire since 1995. Find Flames at 4601 South Rangeline Road, half-mile south of I-44.
Hey guys, it's Jill from Como Jewelry, and we need to talk. This Christmas, let's skip the weird gifts and go straight for the sparkle. She doesn't want a weird kitchen gadget or a blanket with your face on it. She wants jewelry, especially when it comes from Como Jewelry, where every piece is beautiful, thoughtful, and guaranteed not to plug into a wall or vacuum anything. So don't be weird, be wonderful. Como Jewelry. Visit us in Pittsburgh or our gorgeous new store on North Rangeline in Joplin.
Too much on your list this season? Get 50% off your first 6 months of payroll at gusto.com/radio. Gusto saves you 2 days every month on payroll, taxes, and compliance. So you can go from making payroll to making gingerbread houses, checking your books to decking the halls, spreadsheets to snow angels. Switch before the end of the year and there's no need to transfer payroll history. Now that's a reason to be merry. Choose a future with Gusto and get more time for what matters. For a limited time, get 50% off your first 6 months at gusto.com/radio.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Let's rate the current crop of popular AIs, all waiting for your commands. And by the way, the world's first and best known AI, ChatGPT, is not today's best. I'm Kim Commando for NetSuite. AI is everywhere, and companies using it are getting ahead. Download the free business guide, Demystifying AI, right now at netsuite.com/Kim. These are the top AI for content creation, research, and writing. Start with Grok, Elon Musk creation. Then there's Claude from Anthropic. Next up is ChatGPT from OpenAI. And Gemini 3 from the biggest of the big tech giants, Google. Right now, and this could change tomorrow, for everyday tasks like research, creating original art, and writing reports, Google's Gemini 3 comes out on top, but only by a razor-thin margin. Here's my advice. Treat AI like an intern. Let it handle the heavy lifting and draft and analyze and brainstorm, but never ever fully trust it. You're the editor, you're the brain. AI is only the assistant. I'm giving away $500 Amazon gift cards in my Christmas cash giveaway. You should enter at winfromkim.com. Every business is asking the same question. How do we make AI work for us? The possibilities are endless, and guessing is too risky, but sitting on the sidelines is not an option. Your competitors are already making their move. This is exactly the kind of solution I'd turn to. With NetSuite by Oracle, you can put AI to work today. As the #1 AI cloud ERP, trusted by over 43,000 businesses, it brings your financials, inventory, commerce, HR, and CRM together into one single source of truth. That is what makes your AI smarter. It doesn't guess. It actually knows. It can intelligently automate tasks, deliver real insights, help you cut costs, and make AI-powered decisions fast. And this is not some add-on tool. It's AI built directly into the system that runs your business. Whether your company earns millions or hundreds of millions, NetSuite helps you stay ahead of the pack. Right now, get their free business guide, Demystifying AI, at netsuite.com/Kim. The guide is free to you at netsuite.com/Kim. netsuite.com/Kim.
This is Buck Sexton. Join me and Clay Travis every weekday from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, it's News Talk KZRG. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
It's going to be mostly sunny later today. As soon as these clouds go bye-bye, we're expecting a high of 43 tonight, 34 with mostly clear. Sunny tomorrow, 55, 42, partly cloudy tomorrow night, mostly sunny, 52 on Wednesday, back up to 55, and mostly sunny on Thursday.
Yes, indeed. We'll be keeping you up to date, all things weather all day long here on News Talk KZRG. Coming up after the news in about 10 minutes here, Thrive Joplin has its a new initiative. We're going to be telling you all about it at around 8:40 on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
At 8:31, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. More violent crime from illegals.
DC PD chief to step down.
Iranian deportation. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Heading for a high of 43. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Jeff Marr. Following sports, that will be at 8:38. It's cloudy. It's 28 in Neosho, 28 in Pittsburgh, 28 in Webb City, 28 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG. A Honduras national who is believed to have entered the country illegally, expected in court today, accused of a violent stabbing on a Charlotte, North Carolina train. Nate Foy tells News Talk KZRG.
Police say the suspect allegedly broke into a railroad car while intoxicated before stabbing the victim. DHS confirming the man, 33-year-old Oscar Solorzano of Honduras, is a twice-deported illegal migrant with a lengthy criminal history. He was deported by the Trump administration back in March of 2018 and then re-entered illegally during the Biden administration in March of 2021. He was then deported a second time before re-entering illegally again. The suspect also has prior convictions for robbery and other violent arrests.
Washington, D.C.'s police chief is stepping down after 2.5 years in that role.
Metro Police Chief Pamela Smith, who became the first black woman to lead the department, is leaving the job. D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser announced the decision in a post on X, saying Smith, quote, drove down the homicide rate to its lowest in 8 years. Smith thanked the mayor and the district.
Even though no one wants to see one homicide in our city, certainly we are at a 30% reduction today. We recognize that there's still more work to do, but thank you. Thank you for embracing me, and thank you for embracing the members of the Metropolitan Police Department.
She was in command this summer when President Trump federalized the D.C. police and deployed National Guard troops in what his administration described as a crime-fighting mission. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Iran says the U.S. has deported dozens of its citizens.
Iran's foreign ministry says 55 Iranian nationals are being flown in from the United States. The deportation hasn't been confirmed by the U.S. government, but Iran believes Washington could send as many as 400 Iranians back to the Islamic Republic, with the Trump administration taking a strong line on illegal immigration. A foreign ministry official in Tehran claimed those on board this flight announced their willingness to return following discriminative policy. However, a separate spokesman said the deportations were for legal reasons. For years, the US welcomed dissidents against the Iranian regime. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
News Talk KZRG 28 at 8:34.
It's that time of year again. The hunt is on for the perfect Christmas tree.
Missouri Christmas tree farms are buzzing with activity of the browsing and chainsaw kinds. Scott Rood of Pea Ridge Forest near Herman, Missouri, says it's about welcoming generations of families to wander the grounds and pick the perfect tree, which can be very subjective. He says Scotch pines are the most popular, with white pine running a close second. He says it means a lot to a lot of people that they can get the whole family together and just go out into the country and spend an afternoon. You can check tree farms closer to you by doing a search like Choose and Cut Christmas Trees Near You. 'Tis the season. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ethan Thomas.
The Missouri Attorney General's office warning that next year's FIFA World Cup could be the perfect environment for some con artist.
The Missouri Attorney General's office says given the interest of the event, the FIFA World Cup will likely attract ticket scammers. The AG's office says here's how to avoid being ripped off. Buy tickets from officialfifa.com or FIFA Resale Marketplace or a trusted, well-known platform. The AG's office says scammers will try to sell fake, altered, duplicated digital tickets below market value. Sue Danielson, MissouriNet.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, 28 at 835. News Talk, KZRG.
Where are those Epstein files? Some new photos of Epstein's Island were recently made public, and Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson says they're still working on getting all of those files released.
What I thought was disturbing was the room that was photoed that looked like a dental studio but had like these masks on the wall. That's pretty creepy. There's a lot of weird stuff about it, and it's going to take some time to kind of fully understand exactly what was going on.
Epstein's ex-girlfriend Ghislaine Maxwell says it would jeopardize chances for her appeal if those files are released.
Another sequel wins big at the weekend box office.
Five Nights at Freddy's is powering up the box office once again. The sequel surpassing expectations with $63 million in ticket sales from theaters in the U.S. and Canada.
They're out there, Mike.
Where?
Everywhere.
It marked the biggest opening of the year for a PG-13 rated movie. The family-friendly Zootopia 2 falls to second place in its second weekend, picking up $43 million. Wicked for Good lands in third place in its third weekend with $16.8 million. Kathleen Maloney, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NFL action, on Sunday Night Football, the Texans beat the Chiefs 20-10. Kansas City falls to 6-7 on the season. In NBA action, the Thunder beat the Jazz 131-101 to improve to a league best 23-1. In D2 basketball over the weekend, the PSU men beat Rogers State 86-64 on Saturday. The PSU women earned a 73-51 win over Rogers State as well. The MSSU women beat UCO 75-57, while the UCO men defeated Southern 87-79. In prep football over the weekend, Seneca beat Lift for Life 33-26 in the Class 3 state title game to become the state champs. Carthage fell to Platte County 34-28 in the Class 5 state title game. In prep basketball, the Joplin boys opened the season with a 59-40 win over Pittsburgh over the weekend, and the New Heights Christian girls defeated McCauley 54-40 in the Gem City Classic. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
It's free at your app store. Download the Zimmer Storm Center app today. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news, 9 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Jeff Marr.
Here is your KZRG forecast. A clearing trend will take place as we start off this Monday. For the afternoon, there will be some sunshine with a high of 43, and then clear and windy overnight with a low dipping to 34 and some wind chills down to the 20s at times. A warming trend continues for Tuesday with sunshine, winds out of the southwest at a high of 55. On Wednesday, plenty of sun with a high in the low 50s, into the mid-50s under sunny sky Thursday, but then temperatures will get colder behind the front as we make our way from Friday into the upcoming weekend. I'm Jeff Marr in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 28 in Neosho, 28 in Pittsburgh, 28 in Columbus, 28 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time going on 8:39.
This is Congressman Derek Schmidt. I'm proud to have helped deliver the largest tax cut in history for working families. So working Kansans keep more of what you earn. We reduced taxes on tips and overtime for hourly workers, eliminated taxes on Social Security for most senior citizens, expanded the child tax credit to help working parents, protected taxpayers by fighting waste, fraud, and abuse in taxpayer-funded public assistance programs, all to make daily life more affordable. According to the Nonpartisan Tax Foundation, the typical family in our district will save more than $2,000 per year. But we're not done. I'm Congressman Derek Schmidt. Now that the government shutdown is over, I'm renewing my commitment to a better future for our communities and our country. That's where I need your input. Visit me online at schmidt.house.gov to learn more and let me know what's on your mind.
Paid for with official funds from the office of Derek Schmidt.
Gather round, sweet elves, and listen to the Christmas legend of a gift so powerful it makes bad things disappear in a single whoosh.
You mean like...
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, Tony. Actually, they said it about a week or so ago, I think, is what I read in the story. It's going to be happening near her home. I believe it's in Rhode Island or something like that. And they set the date, I believe it's in June of next year. So it was not after last night's loss, but that would have been funny. Thank you. You deserve a Hurricane Car Wash gift card. Save it or gift it for unlimited daily washes in the soft touch or touch-free.
Cheryl, good morning, Cheryl. Also, that's awesome, Cheryl. Good for your daughter. I think that's great. I think anywhere these kids can get a little bit of relief is good.
Earn loyalty points and save money. Find out more at hurricanecarwash.net. When the only thing strong enough to fight the dirt is a hurricane. Hurricane Car Wash.
Professor Pennypincher here with fantastic fiscal tips to help you save money while still living life to the fullest in 2026. First, answer me this. Are you overpaying for joy? Maybe you're trying to save money by cutting your favorite coffee from your budget. No more. With the Zimmer Coffee Card, you'll get a specialty coffee at various area shops for just $1 each. So your latte is no burden at all. Now, our question. Are you overpaying for joy? Skipping happy hour with your friends to pinch a penny or two? No more. With the Zimmer Beer Card, this delightful deal allows you to get 2 beers for just $1 each at various area watering holes. Each card only $20 and on sale now. And it's a joy you can share. This holiday season, share the joy with the gift of cost-effective beverages. Grab both now at newstalkkzrg.com. Zimmer Coffee Card, Zimmer Beer Card. Caffeinate, celebrate, and overpay for joy no more.
Hey, it's Mark Levin with The Mark Levin Show. Be sure to tune in every weekday from 5 to 8 on FM 102.9, 105.9, and AM 1310. News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
8:42 is the KZRG news time. And also the knees time. That's the time my knees tell. Whenever it gets foggy, my knees start to ache, and I can tell what time it is.
Yeah, they also get that way if a cold front's going to be coming through in the near future. It's going to be mostly sunny later today as soon as these clouds kind of move out. The high is supposed to top out at 43. Tonight, mostly clear down to 34. Sunny, double nickel for tomorrow, the high of 55. Partly cloudy with the low tomorrow night of 42. Mostly sunny on Wednesday, 52. Thursday, mostly sunny, 55. Gonna be a little bit colder on Friday, 42 with mostly sunny. Then Friday night, Saturday morning, partly cloudy with a low down to 15 or 16 above.
Whoa, that is chilly.
Yeah, the high on Saturday only 35.
There's some Spanish for you. You know what that would be? That would be hace frio.
See.
Which means it's cold. So there you have it. Yeah, KZRG will be keeping you up to date. Zimmer Storm Center app, great way to follow along with all things weather and also get you access to a live radar in the palm of your phone.
Palm of your hand with
palm
the phone
of your hand.
in your palm.
In the pocket of your pants, in the palm of your hand.
No, it'd be on my belt buckle. I've got a belt clip.
Steve has a Batman's utility boat. He has like 7 phones hooked up to it. One for all of his mistresses. Mrs. Steve, of course, getting the biggest phone.
I'll have to dig out my pager from the past and bring it in to have the belt clip on it, and then I could do a double draw like I'm drawing a pistol.
Yeah. If Steve busts out the pager, then all of the lovely ladies of his past will start hitting him up.
It doesn't work anymore.
Sure.
They stopped using pagers for some reason. I think technology bypassed it.
Oh, what a shame. Well, here's something that's not a shame. One Joplin has announced the launch of the Thrive Joplin Project, which is a 4-year community-driven plan focused on improving health. And what type of health, you may ask? Well, every type of health you could imagine. Physical health, mental health, social health, economic health. This improving the health across the greater Joplin region. That's a tall order. We're going to improve every type of health you could imagine, from physical to economic health. That's a tall order, no?
Extremely tall order. Now, the initiative brings together residents, local organizations, community leaders, and regional partners to address barriers to healthy living and build a stronger, more connected, and more equitable community.
Oh, gotta love that word, equitable.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta be equitable. Now, One Jumpin', by the way, it's a local organization that works to try and improve the community. They do a bunch of little projects like this, and they have little community events and whatnot. And so they decided to take it to the next level by improving the health of this entire area, both physically, mentally, socially, and economically. So there you have it. Now, basically what they're doing right now is they're trying to create this plan to bring in a lot of different sectors like healthcare, business, education. They want to bring the churches in. They want to get nonprofits involved. Any civic group out there wants to be a part of it. Come on in, join us. There's that as well. So that's a thing for it. Now, what their plan already is so far is that they're going to make a plan. So right now their plan is to make a plan.
They're planning to plan.
They're planning to plan. Now, phase one of this plan to plan is 2025 to 2026, this next year coming up. They want to do a situational assessment, get a sit rep. They want to do a community survey and project creation along with a regional summit. They're planning on hosting that. And the formation of the Healthy Committee Champions teams. Look at that. They got champions and teams. They're going to assess, and they're planning to plan. Then, 2026 to 2028, their champion teams guide implementation. They're gonna make the teams, and then they're gonna implement the teams. They're gonna track progress, and then they're gonna refine strategies. So there you have it. Then there's phase 3, which is 2028 to 2030. They're going to expand initiatives. They're going to pursue sustainable funding, and they're going to build long-term momentum. I think all this is great in theory. I don't know. I got to be honest. This is all like, if you go on LinkedIn, have you seen those LinkedIn posts where it's like, write something for your resume? I changed a light bulb. On a resume, you go, I co-managed the operational efforts to ensure that all electricity-driven ramifications within the building are properly dealt with. That's how you do LinkedIn posts to describe changing a light bulb. That's what this is to me.
And
it just seems...
And connected to make a bright light.
Right, exactly. It just seems like hey, we want Joplin to be healthy. Hashtag, Michelle Obama style get healthy. But they're just making it very complex for the sake of it, it seems like. Or maybe they're not. I don't know.
Well, they haven't yet. They haven't planned it out yet.
Well, they're planning to plan.
They're planning to plan, but they haven't planned that out yet.
Right, exactly.
Sounds like something Lucas would do.
Plan to plan? Do you plan to plan?
Don't get me involved in this conversation. You guys are doing well enough on your own.
Lucas is like, I am moments away from leaving.
Yeah, I'm doing good over here.
Yeah. So there you have it. Thrive Joplin. It's right now a plan to make Joplin healthier physically, mentally, socially, economically. I'm surprised they didn't throw spiritually in there, too.
Now, they're going to be having a press event on Friday, December the 12th at 9 a.m. at Joplin Avenue Coffee, where the One Joplin staff partners and volunteers will outline the goals and phases of the effort, which we've already discussed the goals.
Yeah, so their goals is to make people healthy.
And to plan.
And they're planning to plan, yeah. Maybe we'll get Maha involved. All right, moving on. Here's another one. We had this a little bit earlier this morning, but we didn't get to all the details, and also in case you missed it, the Kansas Department of Agriculture partnered with the New Mexico Department of Agriculture, and they invited a genetics trade team, specifically for cattle, a cattle genetics trade team from Mexico for a multi-state international cattle genetics trade show. Did not even know that was a thing, and I'm going to be honest, it is the most Twilight Zone sentence I've ever heard. The state of Kansas partnered with New Mexico for a cattle genetics international trade show. That's just creepy. I wonder if one of the genetics that they tried to play with cattle was growing a horn. So that way it could be like a unicorn.
Hey, Chad, what's cattle in Spanish?
Vaca?
That's cow.
What's the difference? Aren't they synonyms?
No.
What is it?
Gonadoo.
Gonadoo?
Yep.
Oh, all right. Well, there you have it.
Sounds like something Olivia Newton-John released. Xanadu.
It's a hopa. So in any case, yeah, basically Mexican ranchers from Mexico, they showed up. They saw Kansas's cattle, and Kansas was like, hey, check this out. We have some pretty serious new opportunities when it comes to embryo live animal sales and cattle genetic material. I'm going to put it that way. When a daddy cow and a mama cow love each other very much, they hug and they wrestle, and then daddy cow releases some genetic material.
You've actually not seen Micro do this on his TV show Dirty Jobs?
Unfortunately, I have.
Okay.
I was a very big Discovery Channel kid growing up. And then the mommy cow has the embryo, and the daddy cow puts his genetic material, mixes it with the embryo, and there you have it. And so they brought the Mexican ranchers all the way from Mexico just to see the way Kansans do it.
Lucas, when he gets married and has kids, I can't wait to hear him discuss the birds and the bees.
You're making some grand assumptions there.
Yeah,
you
assumption
get
number
Teddy
one.
A date first.
Yeah, exactly. Any woman would actually want to spend more than 5 minutes with me. That's very flattering that you think that that's a possible reality.
It might be a girl that's a friend.
It's a girl. It's a friend. Yeah.
Generally, they don't let you have kids with them, though. So
what?
One
Girls
look at
who are
him, and you could
friends,
understand why.
Yeah. They don't let you have kids with them.
Typically,
you got to be a little bit more romantically involved.
Mm-hmm. So basically, in Kansas, this
a good conservative woman, anyway. Liberal women, who knows?
Yeah, well, it's a whole different animal. In Kansas, the
You're
delegation.
calling women animals?
No, it's
yep, he did. I heard him.
I heard him too.
Oh, clip it.
Clip it.
Get the playback. In Kansas, this international delegation.
Let's interrupt Ted one more time so he can't get through this story.
They visited Smoky E Ranch, the Weddell Beef Genetics, B&D Herefords, and Angus.
It's not a Herefords, it's Herefords.
Is that a Hereford? What's a Hereford?
And Angus. Do you know how to pronounce Angus?
I thought it was Anginas.
No, it's Angus.
It has sort of that Hispanic twist, Anginas.
Anyway, go ahead with the next name.
There's also the McCurry Angus Ranch, and they also got, they pretty much just went and took a look at what Kansans had to offer in the cattle market, which, again, the goal is so that way there's more international trade between Kansas as a state and the nation of Mexico.
Is this going to help increase the population of cattle in America? Because isn't that the issue right now?
I think it's more trade.
The amount of product for why we're having beef prices skyrocket and everything? Is this going to
because we have a
improve
low
that?
population of cattle?
I believe that's why. We have a lot of the herds across the ranch portion of the countries have dwindled out.
Oh, really? I didn't realize
that was because of things that happened in whenever the 2020
George Soros went out and shot a bunch of cows in the head.
When the 2020 shutdown happened, they couldn't keep continuing to fund their credit or their debt stuff, and so they had to sell off cattle to help pay the bills, and then they did not get them replenished. That's what caused the low amount of cattle in the market today.
Oh, there you have it.
And it got really hot that one year, and all those cows died because they weren't used to heat.
Yeah, the outdoor animals suddenly got outdoors,
yeah,
and they
just
all
got
died.
really
Again,
adverse to the sun.
I think George Soros personally walked out to these fields and just started executing cows.
Or his son.
He said sarcastically.
Or his son.
Or his son, yeah, exactly. No, the goal of the mission was to just strengthen international trade partners. That was pretty much it. KZRG News Time 8:53. All the details at newstalkkzrg.com.
Here is your KZRG forecast. A clearing trend will take place as we start off this Monday. For the afternoon, there will be some sunshine. Windy overnight with a low dipping to 34 and some wind chills down to the 20s at times. A warming trend continues for Tuesday with sunshine. Winds out of the southwest at a high of 55. On Wednesday, plenty of sun with a high in the low 50s. Into the mid-50s under sunny sky Thursday, but then temperatures will get colder behind a front as we make our way from Friday into the upcoming weekend. I'm Jeff Marr in the KZRG store.
Yeah. Is it at?